On this week's episode, the Cars are back in town. Oh, wait, wrong movie. Regardless, the Cars have returned with the premiere of Cars 3 being this past weekend and the special tour stop in downtown Disney. Speaking of being back, the Big Thunder Trail has reopened and it's about time. Soon we'll be getting Fantasmic and the Disneyland Railroad. Can't wait! Adventureland is getting an overdue makeover to help crowd flow, but will it be enough? Also, D23 announcements galore, video game news from E3, more DuckTales cast reveals, and more on this Batusi episode of MousePIRE Podcast. Hi, I'm Anthony.
I'm Shadow.
I'm Diggs.
And welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Star Wars, Disney, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
What is this?
In the tiki room, all the birds sing words and the flowers croon. In the tiki room.
Made you look.
Hola! Hey, what's up?
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. What's going on, Anthony?
I don't eat dog food.
We didn't say puppy chow.
Oh.
Buongiorno then.
Oh.
Buongiorno.
Something like that. All right, so, hey, we have a lot of stuff here that we are going to talk about. I have like a big old list in front of me right here.
Big.
It took me a while just to write it down because I don't remember how to spell words and things like that.
We got here an hour ago and you just barely finished.
So, yeah, we have stuff to talk to you about, like, you know, the opening of Big Thunder Trail. We have some Adventureland news. We have a lot of stuff about D23. Something's going on with Olaf or something. I don't know. We'll find out about that.
I heard he's on some express train in Asia somewhere with Rey from Star Wars.
Oh, I hope
Really?
He doesn't melt.
Because I heard he bought a loft.
All right, so you know what? We're going to start with the Cars 3 tour. Because we went to go take a tour of Cars 3 yesterday. Well, Shadow and I did. And it was kind of cool.
Actually, yeah, it kind of was. But then I got tired and bored.
And it was hot.
And it was hot.
And there's no shade.
I had boots on.
There was no hot tub.
All right, so they had, like we talked about last week, the Cars tour that came over to downtown Disney. And they actually had it over in the parking lot where the valet used to be. So let's just start with the fact, well, Dan the man messaged me asking me if we were there yet. And I was like, well, I just woke up. So, yeah, of course, you know, we weren't there yet. But he was basically just saying, hey, you know what? If you park over at Toy Story, you have to come in through security, go out, go check out the tour, and then you got to go through security once again.
Boo.
And, yeah, and then, you know what? I was just thinking, kind of a lot of people in the tour checking things out. There's only one way in and one way out. So you couldn't cut through anything to try to get in. They have barricades and things like that. So you would figure that, all right, after all these people are done and they're going back into downtown Disney area through the security, that they would have more than 2 security lines open?
Yeah.
Of course not. I just didn't understand that. There was 2 big lines, and the line that came out of the tour actually, the line for that security checkpoint hit the end of the tour when you're coming out, hit the exit. So now you're causing congestion. And I was like thinking, it is the afternoon and you have people coming in from downtown Disney parking and you have people coming in from this tour and you only have 2 lines open. Yet at 1 o'clock in the morning, when the park is closed, you have 3 security checkpoints open over at Harborside. Why? I don't understand that at all. Now, I understand that you have security checkpoints and it's a 24-hour thing. Why do we need 3 of them open, fully staffed, with about 18 guards there at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Where only 2 are posted at those checkouts and the rest are in a bunch just talking in a circle like a powwow.
Along with the 5 Anaheim PDs that are just standing by the closed information booth that I took a picture and sent to you.
Well, you know what? That's PD. So that they're their own thing. And
they're having a donut. Okay.
I mean, you got to figure, I mean, they are working extra. Disney is paying the PD, Anaheim Police Department, to staff these guards or these officers. But I don't know if Disney could say, hey, you guys stop talking, go do something, type of thing. So I let that go. That's PD. But when, you have Disney security, you have 18 guards just standing there doing nothing at 1 o'clock in the morning, but we can't fully staff the downtown Disney on a busy, day like this when you have an event going on. That's just ridiculous.
Exactly.
All right. So anyway, basically we're going to talk about what was going on over there. If you guys missed it, it was only Monday and Tuesday. And first of all, while you're walking into when you're walking from Harborside through this checkpoint right in the middle of the Esplanade, there was a sign guiding you where this was going on. And I said, hey, that's cool.
Very good big sign.
Yeah, good
big
idea.
Letters and you can see everything.
I was like, hey, that's a good idea. And right when you get over to downtown Disney where the stage is, they had some a cappella singers over there singing
they did.
some songs, which was really cool.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say that I hope that sign is better than the one that I saw over by Matterhorn that was pointed at Autopia and saying fast pass this way. But somebody had turned it and was pointing directly at Autopia.
Oh. So it was a big sign. It was an A-frame sign they put on the ground. So it was pretty cool. And
cool.
Over there on the stage after the a cappella singers, DJ Wendy Walker was there.
Walking around.
Our favorite DJ. So she was over there keeping the crowd entertained until the a cappella singers came back. So that was pretty cool, little entertainment they had there, inside downtown Disney. And then you know what? They had a sign there telling you exactly where to go for the road tour. And it actually told you the dates, June 12th and 13th, and it actually gave you the times. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of times you don't see too much signage, but hey, they actually were prepared this time and they gave you enough information so you know where to go. And of course, DJ Wendy Walker was telling people where to go too. So that was pretty good. And they had, like I said, only one way to get in, one way to get out. And we talked about the big sponsorships going on with Crest and Oral-B and Coppertone and all that kind of stuff. And Dole. So they had a little booth over there where you can do I think the cool one was the changing of the tire.
Yeah.
The kids can go over there and change the tire. I thought it was going to be a little different. I thought it was actually maybe a bigger car, not like an actual car, but something bigger than it was. But I don't know. It was pretty cool, I guess. There was kids there trying to change the tire. And then, of course, it's also a photo op. Behind that was Lightning McQueen and the new character, Cruz Ramirez. That's the car's character's name. So they had a picture of those two cars behind. So you can take a photo up with the car that you're changing the tire.
Cruz Ramirez is a girl?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I've seen that name, but I didn't even know it was a girl car.
Yeah, she's played by Cristela Alonso. So, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. They also had the cars set up with with actual little, the little die-cast cars. So they had the little play sets out there. Kids were, this is funny. The kids are out there playing. They're playing with the cars and everything. And then the dad's all, okay, we got to go. No!
Yeah, and that's when I said, never take a car away from a little boy.
Yeah, so they had that going on. It was pretty cool. And then they had like a little ramp thing going, like a downhill racing thing where you could put your cars and then you hit the button and it lets the car go and you see who wins. That was pretty cool. They also had over there, the Alamo booth had some basically coloring. They had a big old coloring billboard and they let kids color out there, and they can do some, color the, You would think they stay in the lines, but they don't. But then again, I never stayed in the lines either when I was trying to color stuff.
The lines are there for a reason.
Let's see, they had the dough booth, which was giving out sample smoothies out there, and basically the ingredients were like unsweetened decaffeinated green tea, some blueberries, raspberries, bananas, peeled and sliced, and some fresh dough, tropical gold pineapple. Since it had all that pineapple and, bananas, I was like not interested. I think, did you have some? Did you try some?
Yeah, I actually liked it.
You did?
And it didn't really, you didn't taste too much of the pineapple at all. A little bit of banana, but you taste more of the raspberry and the blueberry. It was really good.
So
I wouldn't mind going back and getting another one,
You
but
should've.
too much seeds.
Oh, no, seed thing.
Yeah, I had to spit some of them out.
All right, then Crest had this booth going on that had one of those little roller, like you spin the wheel of fortune type of thing. And you can either win a tattoo, toothpaste. Oh, okay, they had basically the different character tattoos. So they had Cruz Ramirez, Lightning McQueen, and Jackson Storm tattoos. And I think another one was probably like the logo or something. I can't tell what it was. Or you can win toothpaste. So you go there, spin the wheel, and you can get one of those things.
I heard that and I left the line.
Now, they also had a preview of Cars 3. They had this big old trailer parked out there.
I saw the picture of the trailer. It was pretty immense.
Yes.
It reminds me of some of those ones that go around and you play video games inside.
Yeah.
The Sony one comes to mind.
So they had that big old trailer, so you were able to go and get in line and see a sneak peek. But we figure it's probably the same thing they're showing over there. What do you call it?
Well, it's probably less than that, if anything.
Yeah, so same type of preview. So we didn't even stand in line for that. I didn't have any interest in checking out that preview because I'm sure we saw enough of the preview already. But,
Plus, you'll be seeing the movie soon anyways.
Yeah, so, that was pretty cool. And then they had photo ops of the cars. They had the cars out there, Lightning McQueen, Cruz Ramirez, and Jackson Storm. And they were parked out front, and you could take pictures with them. And I liked the way they set it up. They had a queue line, and basically they told you, hey, get your phones out or your cameras. Make sure they're ready to go.
And they don't have selfie mode?
And the guy's like, please don't, make sure they're not in selfie mode or unless you want pictures of us. So it was pretty cool. They had the 3 cars out there. They had staff members in front of each car, and the first person, the host said, okay, here you go. And then she gave your phone to the first person. They took your picture. Then you moved to the next car, and then they handed off to the next person and the next person. So you know what? I thought, hey, that was a great idea, and I kept the line moving. So the line really wasn't that long or anything like that. And if you guys, follow social medias, you would probably see some of the pictures that we posted of this tour on there. So, I thought that part was pretty cool.
They didn't have photo pass?
No.
That's really weird.
And that would have been great.
I think
it's because it wasn't being put on by the parks.
Yes, that's what I was saying. It's part of the tour thing because, we posted the information about the tour going on.
Because they probably could have easily have hired or brought PhotoPass people over there.
Yeah, but maybe this is not Disney thing, not property thing, so they can handle it over there. We posted the information about this going on our Facebook pages, and I was getting comments like, do we have to register for this? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, all the information is right there in the post. And the person said, you know what? Not you know what in a, angry type of way, but she was just saying that basically you had to register to go to the other events around for the tour, which I did not know. So if you had to register, like the next one is at what'd you say was in LA?
Yeah, the one at the,
was it Griffith Park?
Oh, yes.
So the next one at Griffith Park, you have to register to go.
Oh, at the Autry Museum.
Oh,
yes, Autry Museum is there. It's there now.
Okay, so yeah, you have to register to go.
Or no, it's starting tomorrow,
But
okay.
The whole tour, you had to go and sign up basically to go. So I didn't know that. So like I said, since it is an outside thing and, it's just a tour, Disney probably just said, you know what, you guys handle it. And
probably if it wasn't on their property, you had to sign up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Especially if there's some sort of outside admission for the places where it was, or
yeah.
something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's enough that if you weren't trying to go to the parks, or if you didn't have a pass and you wanted to go, you still have to pay for parking at downtown Disney.
Right. So yeah, so like I said, I didn't know anything about that. They also had NASCAR, had a spot there. I think it was NASCAR. I just see NASCAR logos there, and basically you can build your own car, which is basically out of cardstock type of paper. You cut it out and you build your little car. That seemed pretty cool. And yeah, Crest also had the Crest Oral-B also had a photo op there. You can take pictures, and I think they develop them and they give them to you. Coppertone was the one that had the changing the tires.
Because you need suntan oil or suntan lotion on while you change the tire.
I think you do, because sometimes it's hot out there and you got to make sure you're protected.
You got to watch the neck.
Yeah, that's my problem actually. I don't get burned as anywhere really, but my neck. So yeah, I make sure you got to get some Coppertone. And no, this podcast is not sponsored by Coppertone. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think this thing was pretty cool. It was a cool event for the kids. It was mostly for kids. You know, the adults were like, oh, let me look at this, and then, okay, I'm done. But if you had a kid with you, the kid's going to go everywhere and want to play with the cars, want to, change the tire and wait in line for that. But you know what? I thought it was pretty cool. It was a cool little event for the Cars 3. And I kind of wish there was more stuff, a little bit more stuff, but I think overall there was enough stuff for the kids to do and things like that, and enough photo ops and things. And of course, the best part was the cars, the actual replicas of the cars, and for you to be able to go and take pictures of that was really cool. But yeah, that line to get in security after we visit this was just like, yeah, come on. Could have done a better job. And you knew that, this event was going on, and you could have probably pulled some people from the other gates just at least to open one more. How many people do you need? You need one person to check.
Now, that was the one there at the valet you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Did you think to walk around and go through the hotel one?
No. I was just...
Because if I would have looked at that line, I would have been like, you know what, let's try going over here. Because it's not that far of a walk just to go around through the hotel.
I wasn't thinking. So that's what happens when you're not there.
Because that's what I would have been like. I would have been, ooh, Earl of Sandwich. Let's go this way.
Ooh, yeah. Speaking of Earl Sandwich, that was one of our options to go eat afterward. Because we were like, you know what? We're going to go to Downtown Disney anyway. So let's eat there. Instead of eating on the way, we'll eat at Downtown Disney. So I said, you know what? We'll go over to the Cars tour, check that out, and then go eat. And I had planned on taking video. I was going to take video over there and all that kind of stuff with, the new camera. But I forgot the memory card because I downloaded other stuff, and yeah, I forgot the memory card. But yeah, that's nothing new with me. Just to let you guys know, we went to go eat at the taqueria.
Ooh,
yeah,
quesadilla.
Yeah, exactly, carne asada quesadilla. So that's where we went to instead. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, the Cars tour is pretty cool. Not bad. Would have been cool to have more stuff, but the stuff they did have to do, the things they had to do was pretty cool. And I'm sure all the kids who went enjoyed it, especially the little kid who was crying because he had to go.
Dirty dad.
And remember, if you guys didn't get to go see it at Downtown Disney, you can still catch it all the way through Sunday, I believe. I don't remember if it was Sunday or Monday. Sunday, I believe, at least. You can catch it at the Autry Museum in Griffith Park in L.A.
And to me, I had a couple of friends text me asking if it was worth going. They have anywhere from infants to maybe 5-year-olds. To me, I think if you can get a babysitter and go with a kid that's between 8 and 10 and maybe a little up, they're up to 13, that's around their speed. But if you have infants, it's not going to be worth going for you guys.
I just want to mention real quick that they had basically those little strap rope barricade things so you can go up to the actual car. So there's no way for you to actually stand next to the car, like by the door, and take a picture.
Or on the hood in your bikini.
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
You're better off going to Cars Land, taking a picture with Lightning over there.
Exactly.
just can't do it.
And don't think that at least one of those other cars is going to show up at some point in Cars Land.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be really cool.
I like the Ramirez car.
Yeah. All right. So on Saturday was the actual premiere of Cars 3, and the premiere was over at the Anaheim Convention Center.
It's a little weird. It's a little different than what we're used to
Yes.
hearing them do.
Yes.
Because Rebecca, who works over by the convention center, happened to send me a picture as she was leaving work of a big banner on the side of the convention center that says Cars 3 premiere. I'm like, that's weird. Why would they be advertising the premiere way over the convention center? I mean, the only people that can see it are people that actually drive up to the convention center. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let me send it to this guy and see what he thinks. So he starts doing some research and perusing and checking with his sources and stuff.
Because I didn't hear anything about the Cars 3 premiere. There's nothing that just came across about Cars 3 premiere. And so as soon as he sent me that, I'm like, okay, let me do some checking. And then I ask a friend, hey, is there anything going on for the Cars 3 premiere? And he says, no. Okay. Then he sends me something about what you call it.
Well, we already knew at that time about Cars Land closing, though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Because that was what I was trying to get to, but I didn't want to say anything about exactly what I found out. I wanted to get some confirmation.
Right.
So I wasn't going to say, hey, did you hear Cars Land's going to close and blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to say it like that. So I just asked him that way. And then he sent me this logistic form, this information about how logistics was working with grad night. And then it said grad night, Cars 3 premiere, parking, how parking was going to work. And everyone from who was going to the premiere were going to show up at Toy Story about 3:00. And I was like, well, there it is. Why are you going to tell me no? And then, oh, here you go. So, yeah. So
there's no reason to send them to Toy Story if they're going to have the premiere at like the theater.
Yeah.
Or even if the premiere is going to be, if the premiere would have been at the Hyperion or something like that, there'd be no reason to park at Toy Story. Maybe for the Hyperion, but I don't know.
So, yeah. So he sent me all the information, and then it was kind of weird because it said that they were going to use 5 trams to tram them from parking to the convention center. Now, I don't know if they actually used the trams. I'm just saying I've never seen a tram on the street like that since back in the day before California Adventure when the tram went to the hotel.
Yeah.
So I was kind of tripping out on that.
Well, unless tram is shorthand for them for a bus.
No,
it's not. It's an actual tram.
It said 5 trams, and then it said like one of the shuttles, like a cast shuttle, how many of those were going to be there, and so on and so on.
It's not really that big of a deal to go from Toy Story to the convention center with a tram.
I'm not saying it's a big deal.
Well, no, I mean, let me get to my point, though, is that it's not a big deal for them to because that's just crossing the street. The thing is how do you get a tram to Toy Story?
Yes.
And then how do you get it back?
Yes.
I mean, it's not the between with the guest issue. It's how do you even get the tram there?
So you know what? I'm going to ask him. I haven't had time to ask him or anything, so I'm going to see how that all worked out. But yeah, so he sent me that. Then I go, okay, well, there is a premiere going on because it says right here. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then I just happened to say, something about Cars Land. And then he's like, oh, yeah, that's closing at 5:00. Okay, so
this was all on Friday. Or what day was the premiere?
The premiere was Saturday.
Okay, this was all Friday that all this was going on.
Yes. So, and then I was thinking, too, because we were there on Friday, and we were in Cars Land, and then we saw this stage that was right there by Ramone's. And, I sent it to one of my friends, and he said, oh, grad night. I said, yeah, there's a grad night tonight. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Grad night, when they put up a stage, they roll out the portables. I go, this is a stage that's set, and there's 2 cast members out there. Of course, there was, in front of the stage, make sure no one jumps on it or anything like that. So as soon as after we found out about the premiere, I figured, hey, this stage is for the premiere party, which they had at Cars Land. And it was kind of interesting because, like I said, it was grad night. There was a grad night that night, and then you have the premiere started at 5 o'clock, or the movie was to start at 5 o'clock, and then everyone would head over to California Adventure to go to the premiere party over at Cars Land. And then, I follow some of the, people from ABC shows, and all of a sudden on Instagram, a live video, is live or whatever. So I just click on it, and they're watching World of Color. So I'm just like thinking, okay, now you have stars in between with Grand Night kids or something, or regular park goers. I don't know. It was kind of interesting, but yeah, they had the premiere of Cars 3 at the convention center, and then the premiere party over at DCA Cars Land. I wish we could have went to that. It would have been pretty cool, but yeah.
I see here that I'm in D23 pages that they actually had D23 had attend the world premiere of Cars 3.
Yes.
I don't know when this was posted, because you know what? If we would have seen when this was posted, we would have known all that shit, because it says right here, D23 Gold and family members were registered themselves. Check-in begins at 2:15. All attendees must check in no later than 2:30 at the Anaheim Convention Center. It says right here, and it says after party at Cars Land. So everything was right here if we would have just seen this post.
So the D23 people got to go to that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I found out about D23 when I was watching Facebook Live with George Pinocchio, that guy. So he was live, he's the Cars 3 premiere, blah, 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 blah. And then he faces the camera over to, now this is D23 hardcore Disney fans. I was like, what? And so, yeah, I knew they were going to go to the premiere. I didn't know they were going to the party.
I don't see a date on this, so I don't know when this was posted. But if we would have seen this when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says right here, and then theme park admission to Disneyland California Adventure will not be required to attend the Cars Land after party.
Well, that's bullcrap, because we didn't know about that. You know what else we didn't know about? There was a Cars 3 screening yesterday at Downtown Disney. I had no idea about that. I didn't hear about that. I heard about one going on for Disney Springs, but I didn't hear about Disneyland Today or whatever, or Disney Parks blog doing this. Did you hear about it?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Because I was on the lookout for that, and I didn't see anything posted. But, yeah, of course, Disney 366 was there. He always finds things out, but didn't tell us. But you know what? Oh, well, that happens. And, yeah, Cars 3 comes out on Friday. So
yeah, probably no more screenings.
No, I doubt it. So hey,
they seem to be doing that crap with every other screening, is just having little spot screenings where they don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
So it happens. Just something we got to get used to, I guess.
Yeah, so Cars 3 comes out Friday. Go check that out if you guys are Cars fans. We are. We'll check it out sometime soon.
I just wanted to note that on Saturday, the same day as the premiere, not only I had seen somebody who had posted not only the Cars Land closing at 5 o'clock sign, but there was also signs posted for Guardians closing at 8.
Yeah.
That day. Do you know if that was related to that? Was it like a block, like after 8 o'clock, where the Cars Land party people were going to be allowed to go on Guardians?
Someone commented saying that they were shutting down the line at that time because the line's long and they want to make sure it's done by the time the park closes.
No, because there was a sign.
Yeah, I know. That's what they're saying. People say that's why they put that sign out there, because they wanted to make sure, by the time the park closed, the line was already done. But no, I think it was because of the premiere, and they're going to let people come in with wristbands and go on the ride.
If that was the case, that sign would be out there every day.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've never seen that sign. No. Anybody ever post that sign? We've never seen that sign mentioned except that day.
Yeah, so I think it was for that premiere.
I think they closed it down, because everybody was at the party or everybody was at the premiere. Because you said the premiere itself was at 5, which is weird because that means that some of the stars didn't even go to see the movie. They just did the red carpet and then came straight to the party, because we saw videos of Owen Wilson in Cars Land.
They were doing
at like 5:45.
Oh,
doing live video.
Well, I believe that because I'm sure they already seen the movie and everything. But yeah, because I saw they doing press stuff and pictures and all that kind of stuff over there And yeah, and then when I heard that the Cars Land was closing at 5, I figured they're closing right when the movie's going to start, so they had time to set up and everything. So yeah, but oh well, hey, maybe next time we'll get to go there. But yeah, Cars 3 opens Friday. Go check that out. All right, so this past Thursday, the Big Thunder Trail opened up, and I actually heard that it was about to open up at 4 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning. That's when I heard about it, and I was contemplating about going to the park just to go, take pictures, all that kind of stuff. But then I was just like,
you should have just stayed up, went to the park, rope drop, go be the first on the trail, and then do your video and then leave.
Well, it wasn't that.
That's what I would have done.
Well, it wasn't that. The fact is I was going to go on Friday anyway, and the gas to go back and forth. I was just trying not to waste too much gas.
True that.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? It's going to open, whatever. We'll get there on Friday, and I'll go do my video and make sure I have my memory card, and which I did, because if you guys follow social medias, you'd have seen the video of that posted on YouTube. So yeah, it opened up. It's pretty cool. We all went back there already. We've all had our experience back there. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's pretty nice. A lot of people are saying the pathway with the new rock formation is kind of narrow, and I don't know. I mean, it does look narrow, but
it's exactly what it was before.
It's just
I would say.
I
because I think the footprint of the trail is exactly what it was before. Just everything on the left side is all new, up until you get to just past what used to be. Because the entrance, the one path that's on the right side, closer to Fantasyland, is basically where the entrance to Big Thunder Barbecue used to be.
Yeah, that's still there.
So everything just past that is all the only thing that's original when you get in towards Fantasyland. But everything in the middle, but I think the footprint of the trail itself is exactly the same.
Maybe a little bit extended out, or maybe. I mean,
on the Star Wars Land side.
Yes. But you know what? It could be the fact that the rocks are sticking out on above.
I think that's it. I think that's the reason why it seems narrower. Yeah. It makes it more claustrophobic right there.
Yeah, I haven't really studied what you're talking about, the footpath. I just went to go look like everybody else. So
I was looking at the railing and stuff, and most of the railing I think is the original railing.
Oh, yeah, when you're coming from Fantasyland.
Well, yeah, I mean, even past that, even once you're past that wall there, that's by where Big Thunder Ranch used to be. The railing, once you get past the rock, is the rock wall is also, I think, the original, what was over by the entrance to Big Thunder Ranch. But I like the way the rock wall looks. I think that it's all kind of an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you notice they raised up the dirt a little bit by that mine area on your left-hand side when you come through there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in between, when you guys were there on Friday, I believe Jeff said that the crane that's over there by the trestle entrance.
Yeah.
The crane was parked in front of the entrance.
Oh, really?
When you guys were there, I believe on Friday, but by the time I was there on Sunday, Jeff said that they had moved the crane to the right, and now you can actually see through the opening into Star Wars Land.
Oh,
okay.
One of those pictures I sent you can see through under the trestle, as opposed to Jeff said that on that up until that day, that the crane had been to the left and you couldn't see through the opening under the trestle.
Interesting. So if you guys check out our Instagram, you can see some pictures that I took on the trail. It looks pretty cool. And they do pay a little homage to Big Thunder Ranch, which was really, really cool. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, hey, that's pretty tight. They have a lantern there, and it's pretty cool because it's like basically they're featuring this lantern, and you can see the initials BTR on there, which is really nice to see. So, hey, you guys should go over to the Big Thunder Trail. Go check that out if you guys haven't seen it. And you know what? I suggest you guys walk over there, take a gander, walk the trail, enjoy it, and then walk back and then try to look at little details and things like that.
I need to go back and look at details. I actually missed the lantern. I actually don't think I knew about the lantern until actually after I had went through there. So I got to go back and check that out, and I want to check it out at night.
Yes, at night looks really, really nice. I did take a picture of the lantern, and it will be posted up on Instagram. Check out our Instagram page, and you can see the pictures of that too. But yeah, like I said, go around, check it out, and then just take a small little walk and look at all the little details. I think they did a great job with this. And I posted the pictures on Instagram of the rock work and the train over there by Thunder Mountain the little mine car train is over there. And
one of the cooler things is too, if you guys go to the pathway where the wall is closest to Fantasyland, if you could look through the cracks in the wood or through a knot in the wall, you can see the pathway that goes all the way back, and then it curves and disappears, and so you can see what the actual pathway to Star Wars Land will be, and it looks really neat. I don't know if you were able to get pictures through that crack in the wall.
No, just trying to keep walking just to look around. I was kind of losing my pants. It's funny because I was taking the video, and I'm walking, and then I'm walking and doing the video and everything, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, Jose, can you hold this, please? My pants were falling down. I didn't have a belt because that's dirty security. So I don't wear a belt anymore, and my pants started falling down. And if I would have taken one more step.
Sagging.
Yes. Well, that's what happens when you do a lot of walking at Disneyland. You know, I've been trying to walk and lose some of these pounds so I can keep enjoying fat time in the parks. And yeah, I've been losing some pounds, and yeah, my pants were just about to fall down. So actually had to go back and redo the video. So like one more time, hey, you guys, head over to YouTube. I posted the video there. But what I was trying to get to is the fact that I posted these pictures on Instagram, and then I get this comment saying, thanks for covering our new rock work. And I was like, what? So I go over and check it out, and this person's name is Morgan Richardson. Well, this person is a Disney Imagineer. And I was like, holy crap. So then I'm looking at the pictures here, and there's a picture there, and it says, the new Big Thunder Trail opened at Disneyland last week. Though I've worked on plenty of attractions for other Disney parks, this is the first permanent install I've worked on specifically at Disneyland. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is really cool. And basically goes into saying how they went to go research this and took trips through American Southwest in support of the New River of America. They went to New Mexico and Arizona to check out all the canyons and things like that. So, hey, they went to go, well, we know Disney does research when it comes to trying to replicate something. But I was like, oh my God, Imagineer saw my picture, and I was just like, woo. So, yeah, I was really excited that day. I was like, oh my God, check this out.
He actually did a cartwheel.
Whoa.
So, yeah,
Whoa.
I got excited. Morgan Richardson, I thank you for that comment. I did comment back saying, you're welcome. It's stunning. So, yeah, awesome. I was really happy with that.
All right, so we got some interesting news this week about Adventureland. Well, I mean, you guys know how it's always been kind of a pain in the butt through there because it narrows there so much in between Indy and Bengal Barbecue, and the land itself is so narrow to begin with. And then, well, with Fantasmic coming up, then they knew that they had to do something about the traffic through there. Well, they've announced a couple things, and we got a couple closures that are going to help that out maybe a little bit, not much. There's some other things that they could have done, but it's a start anyways. So the Indiana Jones store is now closed.
Yeah.
It closed on Monday. The South Seas South Seas Imports closed. Now, that one's no big loss because all that was in there is crappy.
Wait. It is a big loss. Now, I was thinking the same thing. Now, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I was thinking, okay, big deal.
Bunch of crappy clothes.
But
OP and...
we forgot about Shrunken Ned.
Yeah.
What about Shrunken Ned? That's the whole question. Every single question was, where's Shrunken Ned? What's happening to Shrunken Ned? I'm like, I don't know.
You know what? I probably just took it for granted, the same as I did with the pinball machine.
Yes, that's the
that
second
they
thing.
were going to get moved. They were going to get moved because that's the announcement. Is that the Indiana Jones store and then the South Seas imports were going to close. Most of their merchandise that actually sells is going to get absorbed into Adventureland Bazaar over in the corner. They're probably going to get rid of some of their stupid stuff, I imagine, to make room for indie. So you're probably going to have a big indie section over there in Adventureland Bazaar, and then hopefully they find a place for Shrunken Ned and the pinball machine.
All right, so real quick, when you said stupid stuff at the bazaar, have you been in there lately? Actually looked in there?
Yeah, I've looked in there. We walk through there all the time.
Okay, now, I know what used to be in there, but have you noticed what's in there now? I don't know if it changed from Sunday night to Monday.
Oh, what's in there? Well, what do you mean what's in there
Like
now?
currently, like the type of clothing.
Well, there's nothing in there now because it's closed.
No, the bazaar.
Oh, Adventureland Bazaar.
Yeah.
Okay, that I don't know. All I know is that I had employees directly told me, including a supervisor inside South Seas Traders, and she said, what was her exact quote? We're going to do some magic.
All right. The thing I'm getting at is I went in there yesterday because this person's asking about Shrunken Ned.
Okay.
I didn't remember where Shrunken Ned was. So, because I looked it up and it said Shrunken Ned was in the bazaar. All right. So I go over there to
So
see.
the bazaar didn't close.
No. So I went over there to see if he's in the bazaar, but then it said between the bazaar and that other's.
Oh,
all right. So, okay. No Shrunken Ned. But my point is when I was looking in the bazaar, it's like a friggin' skate shop. There is Vans clothes. There is.
So you're telling me they moved everything from South Seas Imports into Bazaar?
I guess if that's what South Seas Imports had, I don't really.
That is what South Seas Imports.
Yeah, I didn't.
South
pay
Seas
attention.
Imports was all Vans, OP.
Yes.
Stupid stuff.
Element.
Right. It
I'm
was
like,
all.
What is this? A
not,
skate shop?
It was all except for one little corner that had some Disney stuff. It was all. And it's been like that ever since I've been back with my pass. It's been like that for years.
Well, like I said, I don't really go in there and pay attention. I would go in the bazaar.
Right.
And then I would go in the Indiana Jones.
I'd usually pass through.
Yes.
That's why.
So, I didn't pay, so like, yesterday when I went in there, that's what they had in the bazaar.
That doesn't make any sense. Then I don't understand why they would. I thought, because when the girls in the Indiana Jones store said specifically, our best sellers will move.
Well, you know how you come in the bazaar from the bathroom area?
Right.
And you look to the right, and they always have those pillows.
Right,
those
and then
character
all the
pillows.
Lion King.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
where all that van stuff is now.
Oh, okay.
So
So where is there an indie wall?
No, not
So there's
that I remember.
No indie stuff in there.
No.
Okay, so I'm guessing that they basically lied and that they haven't completed the transition.
Something like that.
So apparently the crap that they were selling in South Seas Imports is more important than Indiana Jones merchandise.
Yes.
Because if you're saying there's no Indiana Jones merchandise in there at all, then they care more about that stupid stuff than, well, you know what? There's a lot of tourists and stuff that come through there. They like to buy clothes. I mean, Rebecca works at a hotel where people go in there and they buy overpriced sweaters.
Of course.
So, I mean, it's no different. People go to Disneyland and buy overpriced flip-flops.
All right, so you have anything else you want to add?
Well, I just wanted to get to the point that we haven't talked about what all of this is about.
All right.
And that's also across the street. Was Tropical Imports closed?
No, they will close in a week or so.
So they're probably going to wait until they're ready to move them.
Yeah.
So here's the plan. The plan is that South Seas Imports and the Indiana Jones store are going to become indoor seating for Bengal Barbecue. Presumably enclosed seating because they did specifically mention that there would be air conditioning.
Yes.
Now, part of that space is going to be the seating, and then part of that space, Tropical Imports with the fruit and stuff and the pickles and all that, is going to move from across the way over there, and then the Tropical Imports site is going to become stroller parking, and you're going to move all the strollers out of the middle of the frickin' land. Now, they also said that a planter is coming out. We were trying to figure out what planter it's going to be. The employees, that's the one thing that they did not know, because we don't know if it's the big planter with the big tree directly in front of the Indiana Jones store, or if it's the planter over with the big tree in front of Bazaar, which I'm guessing it's not that one. But there's the big planter with the tree in front of Indiana Jones store, and then there's the other planter over past closer to the entrance. I'm guessing it's that one, but it doesn't seem like it really does much good as far as the traffic unless you make that big one in front of Indiana Jones also smaller and take that tree out.
Yeah.
But they may not be able to take that tree out because it's so big.
Yeah.
Not without closing the whole land, and it's nothing they can do overnight. So,
yeah. Well, that tropical import store will close on Thursday, June 29th. What it says.
Okay, so if we figure out some sort of time frame there, that means that they're probably trying to have the remodel of that area close to done by the 29th, so that way Tropical Imports just basically has to move.
Probably.
And then they'll close Tropical Imports and start changing it into stroller parking, which probably isn't really that much to it because it just will probably involve it being gutted.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on real quick. I want to get to some comments. I posted the article and ask people about their thoughts, so I'm going to get to some of these thoughts. Basically, most of the thoughts are the same. Jen Jan says, while it's pretty compact in there, once it's done, it'll be a good thing. Monica Q says, sounds great. I'm always afraid of losing someone in my group walking through that area.
Hell yeah.
The new menu items at the restaurant sound delicious too. Christy says, it's about time. That's a rough area to get through, pushing a wheelchair. Tanya says, the entire walkway from Pirates to the Tiki Room needs to be fixed along with the walkway in Tomorrowland in front of Star Tours. Well, Tanya, they did take off that one area, not seating area in front. But yeah, then again, what they do? Throw strollers there.
Exactly. You know what they need to do? They need to close Tomorrow Landing and turn it into a stroller parking.
Hey, yeah.
Boom. Problem solver.
Let's see. Rachel says, I like that shop as a diversion to waiting on long lines or being in the sun. Some of the items are pretty cool except for the non-Disney clothes. We just talked about that. They didn't need those. I can get those anywhere, exactly. You can go downtown Disney and get those. I'm glad the thinking on is breaking up congestion, though. While we are in that area, I'm not sold on the treehouse. Imagineers should get their thinking caps on about reimagining that. Kind of makes, well, you know what? That was added on. The entrance to
that entrance,
yeah,
where it is now, was added. Yeah,
yeah. So that yeah,
they put that in when they put the bridge in, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Well, the thing I've been talking about is that it really doesn't make sense to. You can move where people are standing and eating, and you can move all those seating there for Bengal barbecue all you want, but without moving the where you order the food from Bengal barbecue. Without moving that, you still have it sticking out. You still have the queue for that, which will have to be ropes.
Right.
So you still have that. And then once again, just past that, you still have that big ass planter.
Yeah.
So you're still going to have issues. It's not going to take care of all of them. The strollers will help because then you won't have just like this on one side and then on the other side and then strollers in the middle and people not be able to pass in between. So it'll help, but I think if they would have been able to figure out a way to move the Bengal barbecue ordering area to within Disney or within the Indy store where the seating's going to be and have a window there inside, that would have been better. But cast member pointed out to me that behind the wall inside of Indy is the kitchen for Bengal barbecue.
Oh.
And I just told them, well, they don't need a kitchen. It could go back there. They have a little room in the back I'm like, let's stick the kitchen in there.
Or Greg says, as long as Shrunken Ned finds a home where we can still access his wise words. And there, of course, like I said, we have questions about Ned all over the place. People ask if they can have the pinball machine. September says, good idea, but when are they going to do something with the wasted space that was Aladdin's oasis?
Don't get us started on that.
Yeah. Now, I want to get to this last comment. We have more comments, but I just went through a few of them. And I want to get to this one. Michelle Boone was asking about Shrunken Ned. Okay, and that's made me go over to go look. That's why I went over there to go look. I wasn't sure. I thought he was in there. Oh, one more thing before I get to that. People are asking about the penny press. Now, the penny press is in the bazaar. It's still there, so you don't have to worry about the penny press. Like I said, she's asking about the Shrunken Ned. She went and reached out to Disneyland today.
Yeah, I read this.
You read that. So I'm going to let people know what she said. She basically just says, do we know what will become of Shrunken Ned? And this is the answer she got from Disneyland Today. And if you guys know Disneyland Today, you guys should already expect what the answer is going to be.
There's something in there that I totally didn't expect them to imply, though. And
Yeah, me too.
You'll get to that.
Disneyland Today says, hi, Michelle. Thank you for your inquiry regarding items that have previously been found at South Seas Trader or Indiana Jones Adventure Post. When our park offerings undergo any kind of transformation, some items may be relocated to other Disney locations around the world, not just at Disneyland. We also work closely with the Walt Disney Company archives to ensure that some of the most treasured features are preserved for historical purposes. From time to time, we donate certain iconic pieces to museums or nonprofit groups, similar to what we did during the expansion of Disney California Adventure when we donated the California letters to the California Exposition and State Fair, Cal Expo. Unfortunately, we do not offer any of these type of assets to the general public. So yeah, that's basically what they told her.
At what point... Hold on, I'm going to back up from the microphone because I'm going to get loud. At what point in her query to Disneyland Today did she imply that she wanted to buy Shrunken Ned or the pinball? At what point was any of that implied? Because I'm pretty sure she just asked where they were going as a general inquiry. I don't remember her saying, well, how much are you selling that shit for?
Yeah, so you know what? Like I said, she asking these questions, and I was like, I just said, ha ha ha, good old Disneyland Today. And I went over there to go look, like I didn't know where he actually was. I thought he was in the bazaar, but no, he was next door.
That's the lamp you're thinking of, right?
I just thought everything was kind of in that area since the lamp was there and the penny press was there. So yeah, I just wanted to go make sure because I was good, because if he was still there, I wanted her to know. So yeah, but you know what? I said to her maybe that as soon as the stuff is done, maybe he'll appear inside that area where people sit down to eat.
Well, yeah, because you don't think that the seating area is not going to be devoid of decoration.
Right.
He could either end up in the seating area, he could end up at the back of Tropical Imports when it moves over there. However they do that, we will defer judgment on what happens to the pinball machine and Shrunken Ned till everything reopens. Otherwise, I'll just say, well, maybe at some point we'll end up with Shrunken Ned inside of Guardians.
You never know. You never know. All right, so yeah, that's all going on right now, and supposedly it'll be open pretty soon. We'll see how long it takes, probably a month or so. I don't know. But when I went over there yesterday, they do have a wall right there dividing the bazaar and the other stuff, and I was looking inside there, and yeah, everything was pretty much gutted. Just like I think the register was still there, and some of the
tables
and whatever you call those things.
The merchandise was completely gone.
Yeah, all the merchandise was gone because you can actually see it through the cracks. And I was looking, and
I just hope they figure out what they're doing with the bazaar, because it really pisses me off if they didn't actually, after the employees thinking that they're going to be moving their merchandise over there, that if they didn't move any indie merchandise, I mean, what are you going to do? You're just going to put it up at you're going to put indie merchandise at the Emporium and that's it?
All right, well, I guess we'll see soon what happens to Ned. My guess, he'll be back. He'll be in there where people are sitting down, enjoying the air conditioning, and enjoying their fat times with Bengal barbecue.
Then we'll have to start a hashtag fat time with Ned.
There you go. All right, so real quick, we have a lot of stuff to get to, and I just want to mention this real quick, and we don't have no discussions on this, but if you guys follow our social medias, you would have seen me post dates for the return of Fantasmic and the trains. I just want to say, hey, you know what? I got people who say, hey, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going on, or, whatever, so I go with what they say. I trust them. So if you guys saw those dates, hey, it's a possibility. You never know. The rivers of America are fully open. So the boats are going around. You guys seen videos of testing the boats and all that kind of stuff. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is the testing of trains. I was trying to figure out that. I heard it was going to happen this week, that they were going to be testing the trains at night. I asked someone who I know who actually works backstage and would have heard trains going choo-choo. And he says, no, he hasn't heard anything. So like I said, I just go with these people telling me who I trust.
I think whatever that one crane that's on the trail side of the trestle, whatever that crane is doing, it probably has to finish what it's doing first.
Right. But I'm just saying, because I was told trains would be testing this week, and then I asked someone who I know works backstage, and they said no, they haven't heard any trains go by. So, like I said, I go by what people tell me. I don't go by. Like I said, I trust the words that they gave me, so that's what I'm going by, and I'm going to put out those dates just to let people know. But if you guys don't want to believe what I post, don't believe it. I don't care. You want to wait for official word? Wait for the official word.
And don't try to argue with us about it and say that you heard this unless you have some sort of concrete proof from a cast member who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, or
we don't need your arguments. There's no point in it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so on to some fun stuff. On Friday night, Shadow and I went to the parks, and we went to go see Polyester Express.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all I got to say is that band was awesome. They were really tight. They had a trumpet. They had a saxophone. They were just getting down.
Yes, you just need a banjo.
No, so yeah, they were a really good band. I enjoyed them.
They brought me back to, shall I say it, mid 80s, early 80s, when some of the bands that me and my brother used to watch, like Voyager, had played some disco music, and it kind of brought me back the way their style of playing, because their groove was, oh my God. The bands nowadays, of course, we have our favorite Thomasine, of course, and then people have, the 80s All-Stars and stuff like that. But them had everybody of all ages up there. We have kids that wasn't born in that time or whatever, and of course it was during grand night time, but still these kids were enjoying themselves. Of course, you see the 70s people that used to disco out there disco dancing, and two older people were in front of us dancing like they were dancing in
ballroom.
like a ballroom kind of dance, but the disco version of it. So it was really cool. And I was telling one of the cast members who do the entertainment thing there, saying it's good to see this, because it just, they're really good bring everybody together, and people just enjoyed themselves. They didn't want them to leave. At the last set, everybody's like, "Aw, man."
So yeah, they were really, really good. I highly recommend you guys go check them out. They will be back in the parks on July 9th. So you can definitely find us there, because we will be going back to check them out. And it's funny because, people, we'll see people who enjoy the bands with us. We talked to them and we told them they asked us, hey, how was that Polyester Express band? And we said, oh, they were really good. And it's just kind of like when we do a food review, would you have it again? Well, would you watch it again? And we say, oh, hell yes. So okay, well, we'll come and check them out. So yeah, Polyester Express, really good band. Like I said, you guys should check those out. Check them out. If you guys are not like Michael, the mail guy, and Blocked, if you guys could make it on July 9th, go over there, check those guys out. So
we might be wearing our frozen platforms.
Yes, I was thinking about that, actually. The guy up there had a fro. He grew it pretty quick, because during sound check he didn't have it, and all of a sudden he got a perm or something. Yeah, very good band. Very good band. You guys will really enjoy it. Like I said, they're a 70s band. So, yeah, disco and all that kind of stuff. And Michael, hee.
Oh, yeah, very good rendition of
and
Michael.
They share something with you guys. When I was a little kid, my favorite song was Shake Your Booty.
Yep.
That was my favorite song growing up. And they played it. So I actually took a video of me shaking my booty. But no, you guys would not see that video. I sent it to my mom because she knows that's my favorite song. So, yeah, she got a kick out of that. But no, if you guys actually want to see that video, you could donate to the MousePIRE Podcast. Go to patreon.com/MousePIRE and you can donate, and you could actually say on a comment, I am donated to see that video, and I will share that video with you and you only. That's a good idea.
But one more thing, I want to talk about the trumpet really, really quick. If you're from our generation, me, my brother, and Anthony, pay attention to this guy, because when he plays certain solos and certain songs, he throws a lot of 70s things out there in his trumpet between his solos. So one of them we happened to notice was Chips, one of the trumpet part during, Chips. And it was funny because me and my brother looked at each other and went, hey, that's Chips. So after the show was done, actually it was the other part.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went up to the guy. I said, hey, great trumpet playing. My brother's a trumpet player. I said, I noticed you put in little interludes in there like Star Wars and other little crap like that.
It is Star Wars.
And I said, but I know everybody here, even they're from my generation or not, I might look young, but I'm not. You put Chips in there. He went, wow. He's all, yeah, I throw a little things in there, but good looking out that you recognize that was Chips, because I do that. I didn't think anybody was going to get it. I said, me and my brother looked at Chips, we went, what? So yeah, so good job. Can't wait to hear you guys again.
All right, so we are going to be there this weekend. I am not sure what day yet, either Friday or Saturday. We're going to try to figure that out, because there's two bands that are brand new to us and that are going to be playing there this weekend. Friday is Identity Theft. I am not sure what type of band they are yet, so I just want to do my research first before I decide, hey, I'm going to go watch them. The other band is Undecided Future. That's me right now. I'm undecided which day I'm going to go. Maybe I should go on Saturday, because I'm undecided right now and they're undecided. So I don't know. I'm going to do my research and figure out which two of those bands I actually really want to watch. And Sunday is the 80s All-Stars again, so they'll be there on Sunday. So if you guys want to go check those people out, go check them out. We will probably post up what day we are going to go. And just to give you a little heads up on the next weekend schedule, June 23rd is Scott Bruce, June 24th is Thomasina, and June 25th is Scott Bruce again. So yeah, go check out those peepos.
Thank you very much.
All right, so one more thing about the bands. We got a word that the bands will be going 7 days a week. I'm sure you guys saw that post I posted up on our social medias. So we are really looking forward to that. We're not sure when that's going to start. It might be the end of June going into July. So, and they've been extended to Labor Day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the word we got. So we are looking forward to that. As soon as we get more information on that, we'll be posting the schedule of the bands for the week. So that's pretty cool, because you know what? Yesterday when we were in the parks, it's kind of like nothing to do. And like, would have been nice to sit there and watch the bands for a while we were, the parade's on and the fireworks are going on and stuff like that. So like I said, as soon as we get more word on that, we will pass that on. So keep an eye out on our social medias for that. I also want to mention that yesterday we saw Dan the Man. Yes, Dan the Man was at
and his clan.
Yes, Dan the Man and his clan, exactly. Him and his two kids were at the parks yesterday with his sister-in-law and her kids, I believe. And yeah, we saw Dan and he said, hey, I got some fast passes. You guys want to go on Soarin'? No. Yes, of course we do. So yeah, we hung out with Dan for a little bit. It was pretty cool. And he did leave a little early because he said to me, basically, he said, pass holders don't have to stay here all day. I'm like, well, I do. But yeah, it was cool.
Well, what time did he get there, though?
Well, like I said, I woke up at 11 o'clock. He asked me if I was there already. I'm like, I just woke up.
That's what I mean. For him, getting there early to when he left, that's all day. For us, getting there at 4 to 5 to midnight, that's all day for us.
So yeah, it was nice to see Dan the Man yesterday and his kids. Nice to meet them. And we went on Soarin'. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I like Soarin'. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the new screen. I like the new HD and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool, pretty nice.
And the smells are great.
Yes. I love the smell of dirt.
Oh, dude, I wanted to sneeze.
So yeah, Dan the Man is in the park, and we'll be seeing him soon. He might be coming this weekend. He says he's going to let us know so we can hang out and stuff like that. Maybe we'll see him at Tomorrowland Terrence. Yeah, I like that guy. All right, so real quick, grad nights. Guess what, peoples? This is the last week.
Bye.
Exactly. So last grad nights will be this Friday and Saturday. So that's a good thing. And you know what? A lot of people didn't want to go to the grad night or go to Disneyland because of the grad nights. And I think I can guess we got the word out about that to warn people. And a lot of the last couple of weekends we were there during the grad night, like Toy Story was empty. So yeah,
well, thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, last 2 days of grad nights are Friday and Saturday. That's a good thing. And then
because we're not sure we're going to be there Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, then we'll go over all the grad night stuff next year. So yeah, that's it. Grad night is DUN done.
Come on, guys, say it.
Bye. All right. So speaking of Star Wars and its various lands, or it's just one land. I don't know how that's.
It's various because it's here in Florida.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
There you go.
We got word on whatever day it was, last Thursday, that D23 is going to have a special pavilion dedicated to the Star Wars lands, and it is going to be called A Galaxy of Stories. Now, there was some confusion about the name that some people kind of initially, I think there was just some confusion about the way it was presented in the article. People thought that that Star Wars land was going to be called A Galaxy of Stories. But no, it's the pavilion that's going to be presented at D23 is going to be called A Galaxy of Stories.
Oh, I get it now.
They will have, probably the coolest thing, it will be a model of the whole Star Wars land.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
There will be artwork, media, to show all of the process into bringing the Star Wars galaxy to life, with the location, starships, creatures, and droids. So we talked about that they should have something like this a long time ago. We discussed way back that they should do it upstairs at Launch Bay, especially after Superhero HQ closed. We talked about how they should do something like that there. We talked about the city, or we talked about the Opera House, because they've done things like that before in the Opera House, where they had like concept drawings and models and stuff there in the foyer of the Opera House. So, but you're going to be getting at D23. Unfortunately, I'm not going to D23, so I will have to live vicariously through everyone else going there and see everybody else's pictures. Now, do you think this map's going to be as cool as that one, or this model is going to be as cool as that big model we saw of Avatar? Remember?
I hope so.
That lit up and stuff.
Yeah,
that showed it how it looked at night, and it showed how it looked during the day.
Yeah,
that was a cool map.
That was tight.
So I'm hoping it's going to be something like that, where it's going to be very immersive and show how it'll look in different situations. So that is going to be very cool. They also announced in the same announcement that besides the special Hall D23 presentation by Bob Chapek on the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts stuff, there will also be on Friday, there will be a Pirates of the Caribbean 50 Years of Swashbuckling Adventures in Disney Parks panel. And then on Sunday, there will be two panels, one Inspiring Women of Imagineering, and then another one, Voices of Disney Parks, which I think it's not much of a shot at dark that your buddy Bill, Bob, Flo, George, Sam,
Bill Rogers.
Yes, their buddy Bill Rogers will definitely be at that panel. I think all of these panels sound like they'd be very interesting. I would definitely know that these guys will not miss the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts panel with Bob Chapek.
No.
But I hope that if they could get it in, that these other two panels on Sunday were definitely ones that they should be looking at, if it doesn't conflict with the already announced Alan Menken concert.
Oh, yes.
Or some of the items that we're going to be talking about here in a minute that have been announced.
I need you to make me an itinerary of what I need to do.
You want me to make you an itinerary of what to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't say I was going to follow it. Just make it.
I know, because now you got 3 different posts now with different things.
Exactly.
So, moving on to the post that actually was what this was this morning, right?
Yes, it was.
We got one that highlights some more of the different panels and activities and goodies that are going to be going on. That will include the traditional... Well, actually, no, this is new, huh? This is new. Now, at like Comic-Con, the masquerade goes back probably to the 80s.
That's the Paper Faces on Parade?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the masquerade ball at San Diego Comic-Con goes back many, many years. But Disney, not to be outdone, of course, is going to premiere what they're calling their Mouseparade.
Yeah.
And that will be on Friday. And it'll probably work the same way. You're going to have a lot of cosplayers. Now, let's hope that some of the issues with cosplaying of recent are going to be... they're going to loosen some of the restrictions, hopefully, for this masquerade. Otherwise, a lot of people who might have won won't win because they'll be missing props, so they won't have their proper cardboard.
Right.
But they will be having some minor celebrity judges, it looks like.
Yeah.
One of them, the only person I know here, is Ashley Eckstein, our own, of course, Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars and Rebels. A costume designer, Kara Son, costume designer for Descendants 2. And then Yvette Nicole Brown, who is on The Mayor on ABC, which I've never even heard of that show.
I believe that's a new show, and she's also one of the biggest Walking Dead fans there is.
Oh, okay.
She's awesome.
Well, maybe she'll have a Walking Dead costume on.
Maybe she will.
And then the host of the contest is Disney's Jim Babcock. I don't know if I'm supposed to know that that they're introducing this person as Disney's Jim Babcock. It makes it sound like it's somebody we're supposed to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you guys know who Jim Babcock is before any of us have a chance to look it up, mousepire@gmail.com. Subject line, I don't know who that guy is. Moving on, we got the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
A celebration of friendship, laughter, and cheesecake. Unfortunately, none of the actual Golden Girls will be there.
Well, are you sure about that?
Well, okay, it's entirely possible that one might pop in.
Yes. I think so. I honestly think so.
Because, Betty White, she never misses a good party.
Exactly.
But you definitely have some authors, some writers from the show, and it's a celebration of, 25 years since the final episode.
Crazy.
Now, one that you're going to want to go to on Friday is the Disney Legends 30th anniversary panel. Now, this isn't actually the actual Disney Legends induction that will be in the morning or afternoon. This is a celebration of the Disney Legends 30th anniversary itself, and this will be hosted by Leonard Maltin.
I like that guy.
Yeah, I like that guy too. And you're gonna have he's going to talk. They're going to talk about the 30th anniversary of Disney Legends, and you're going to have people such as Bill Farmer. I like that guy.
I like that guy too.
Imagineering legend Bob Gurr. The man, the legend himself, Dave Smith.
Yes.
Who needs no introduction if you're a real Disney fan. And 2017 inductee, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good.
So I'd say that if you can't make it to the actual Disney Legends induction ceremony itself, that this is probably going to be the next best thing, or maybe even better. I don't know. And then after that, if you're unable to go to that, because I don't know if I see any way that you're going to be able to do both of these things, they're opening the arena back up again after not using it last time for D23, after it was a kind of a bust using it for Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. They're bringing the arena back, and they're going to have Melodies and Waltz Time. It's a music of Disney live-action films, celebrating music of the live-action films with live performances of songs from various of the Disney live-action movies, Mary Poppins, Happiness Millionaire, and so forth. It will be hosted by Whoopi.
Woohoo!
Whoopi Goldberg. It'll feature Leslie Ann Warren, Karen Dotrice, and other renowned guest stars. So who knows who might show up. Live musical performers in a 20-voice chorus.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Yes.
Okay, there's nothing on Saturday. So moving on to Sunday, we've got for the 20th anniversary of Hercules, as I call him, Zero to Hero, the making of Hercules, will be also in the D23 Expo Arena. Join directors John Musker and Ron Clements, the great animator Eric Goldberg, and not Tim Duncan, playing basketball, and Ken Duncan, and Meg and Hercules themselves, Susan Egan and Tate Donovan. And there, everybody will sit around and share stories.
There you go.
I like stories.
Hey, you want to know who that Jim guy is?
Oh, sure.
Jim Babcock is actually the Director of International Communications for Disney Consumer Products.
Okay, well, who cares?
But somehow he is the go-to host now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically he
well, at least it's not that Huff guy.
yeah. He was working at Disney University and they're about to do a Halloween event, and the guy who was supposed to host called in sick, and somebody basically was going from cubicle to cubicle, blah 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 blah, and they asked him to do it, and he said he was scared to death, but I said sure, I'll do it. And he said it was for a couple of thousand employees, and from there it just went on, and now he's like the go-to host for Disney.
Lucky.
Exactly. So that's who this guy is. All right. So yeah, just a little history on Jim.
Okay,
Babcock.
well, now we know.
Yeah.
All right, so right after the Hercules thing in the D23 Expo Arena, you could probably just stay right there because, well, I don't know if they're going to empty in between things. They've done it before.
Yeah.
But also in the Expo Arena at 3:15, a 80th anniversary screening of the movie that started it all for Disney, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. So that's cool. If you ain't got nothing else going on Sunday, like I said, Sunday's pretty crazy because you got two different showings of the Alan Menken concert.
Yeah, I do really want to see that. That's probably what I really want to see on
You
Sunday.
got two chances at that, which will most likely you'll try to go for the early one, because then if you can get into the 2:30 Voices of Disney Parks, because if you can't get into the Women of Imagineering, which most likely you wouldn't be able to if you're doing the early Alan Menken, because I don't remember what times those are. Because then he's going to want to make sure he gets into this one, which is at 6 p.m., The Legends of Walt Disney and Imagineering in the Expo Arena. Now, this sounds very interesting. It actually sounds like, if you don't make it into this, I wouldn't be surprised if this is exactly that panel that we went to the day after the 60th in Lincoln.
Right.
Because isn't that what this sounds like?
It does sound like that.
It says, a legendary conversation between Imagineers Marty Sklar, Tony Baxter, and 2017 Disney legend inductees Wayne Jackson will share stories from the amazing Disney experiences they've had in creating around the world. Now, we saw a panel that we talked about on our podcast the day after, on July 18th
Yes.
in 2015. We saw a panel that was actually very similar to this, with one notable exception. That one was not moderated by John Stamos.
Yeah.
I got nothing on John Stamos being the moderator of this panel. Just Disney fan John Stamos.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows he's a big Disney fan.
Right. So, I mean, it's just, I guess it's just, maybe he went to Disney and he's like, hey, I want to do something. Okay, here, moderate this panel between between them with a bunch of old guys.
Yeah.
But everybody knows that we love Marty Sklar, we love Tony Baxter, we love all those legends. They're awesome. We really did enjoy that panel. We went to the day after the 60th. That was really fun. So if this one is even half as good as that one was, or even all new stories and stuff, I'm sure these guys will have a great time at this panel. Now, not only you have the scheduled stuff going on, but there's going to be a bunch of other random stuff going on. They got a center stage where last time they had a bunch of weird, I don't know, music that they were playing, and Disney people that I've never heard of were playing music, and I don't know, every time we walked by there, it was annoying, and stupid music was playing, and I don't know what was going on, but I don't know, and maybe it sounds like it's going to be a little bit better stuff going on there this time, because you got live performances from, I assume this Amy Carrero, she's actually Elena.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
Probably.
Because Amy Carrero and Lou Diamond Phillips, both from Elena of Avalor. I'm assuming that she's Elena. I don't know what kind of live performance they're going to do, but it sounds interesting. Temecula Road, have you heard of them?
Me, no.
Okay. Maybe they're a band. If you guys know who they are, or you know what to do. Thomasina, well, we know who they are.
Yes, Amy Carraro is Elena.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
And then, like I said, we know who Thomasina is. Billy Hill and the Hillbillies.
They're back.
Yeah, they're back, and they're bad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't know if they're bad, but
No, we don't know.
they're
but
definitely back.
Yes, I when I saw that, I was actually like, whoa. They, I guess Disney said, hey, come over here and perform, and you could have your name back. Because they are now Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies over at Knott's Berry Farm. So, hey.
And for those that don't know who they are, tell them.
They are a band.
They used to.
Oh, I'm sorry. They used to perform over there in the, what do you call it? The Golden Horseshoe.
Yes.
Yes. So they performed there a lot, and then they used to perform, of course, over in the
They were performing
Jamboree
there for
area.
a long time.
Yeah, and then they shut them down, so they moved to Knott's Berry Farm.
But their grand return at D23, so you guys won't want to miss that if you guys are into some old Disney history with Frontierland. And then Susan Egan, who I mentioned earlier, of course, is the voice of Meg, right? That's who I said she was? Yes. She will be singing favorites from Beauty and the Beast, which is weird. And then Disney animators Eric Goldberg and Mark Hahn and Marvel's Brian Crosby will be drawing. And then the voice of Disneyland, of course, as he mentioned before, Bill Rogers will be on hand each day to record fans' outgoing voicemail messages.
Yes.
Once again, like he did last time. If you guys go back to... Oh, that makes sense. I'm just... I'm just getting word here that Susan Egan, besides being Meg, was the original Belle on Broadway for Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's one of our producers who told you that.
Yes, I just got a note from one of our producers that it was the original Belle on Broadway. So that makes sense then.
You just got that in your ear, right?
I just got that in my ear. But yes, if you guys go back to one of our, probably the last episode, or one of the episodes where we talked about D23 in 2015, you guys will remember that these guys here both got messages on their things from Bill Rogers.
Yeah.
Now this next thing, I'm not really sure. Is this a parade inside of
Yes.
D23? Is that what this is?
It's a parade.
I love a parade. For the first time at D23 Expo, take in a one-of-a-kind street party right on the D23 Expo show floor.
Yeah.
Called D23 Expo's Ultimate Fan Street Party. Not a fan of the name. Just call it a parade or something. Indoor parade. I don't know.
Because we're not on the street.
Yeah, there's no. Where's the street? Making its way down. Oh, because it's making its way down Mickey Avenue.
Oh.
So, you know what? There's going to be a street in the middle of the convention center.
Are we going to Shanghai?
Oh, not until after grad night.
Oh, that's where Mickey Avenue is.
Okay, because I don't see it in here in the memo, and I don't have anything in my ear about it either. Yes, it will feature the quote-unquote street party. Will feature a live band. Now, that doesn't say if it's a band or like a marching band. If it's a parade, you would think it's a marching band.
Yeah.
Beloved Disney characters and celebrity grand marshals. So it says newly inducted Disney legends Stan Lee and Mark Hamill will grand marshal the first cavalcade on Friday, followed by the Descendants 2 cast later that day. And then you can imagine they're just going to sprinkle people in basically all weekend then.
Yeah.
Somehow. And you can tell by that it's going to range from the very famous to the only Disney famous. So, yeah, it's kind of going to be a shot in the dark unless you're going to one of the ones on Friday, which you already know who they are. But for the Saturday, Sunday, well, I don't even know. Does it say if there's one on Sunday? Twice daily.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe. If there's one on Saturday and Sunday, so that's 4 of them. So you have a shot in the dark who you might get. You might
maybe they'll release those schedules later.
Yeah, hopefully they'll release the schedules later so that way you know who's going to be there. You don't want to go to the first one on Saturday thinking you're going to get Oprah, and instead you get the cast of Andy Mack.
You're stupid.
Thanks, man. And then finally, the popular stage returning to D23 with 17 panels and presentations featuring special guests is the Walt Disney Archive stage. People like Pete Docter, Disney legend Dim Cora, producer Don Hahn, Brett Iwan.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently he's the current voice of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he's a tall, skinny guy.
That's interesting. I guess I didn't know who the current voice of Mickey Mouse was.
Mm-hmm.
I just know Donald. Imagineers Diana. I saw D.I. That's why I stopped. Diana Brost, Jason Grant, and Chris Merritt, and many more. There is a full schedule for the Disney Archive stage that you can find here. Ooh, I didn't even know about that panel. Cool. They have a 60 Years of Zorro panel on Friday.
Hey, we'll talk about that next week.
Okay.
We can do all this next week. That'd be cool.
I didn't even know when this post was way back in June. Oh, way back in June. This is June, stupid. That post was... Oh. This post was from today, too? Oh, I don't know why I didn't see this one.
Me neither.
Oh. A Ludwig von Drake panel? Okay, I gotta find a link for that so we can talk about that one next week.
Yeah.
So woohoo! I may not be going, but I'm excited for you guys to go and report on it, and then I'm excited to hear all the stuff that's going to be coming out of there and all that whatnot.
If you guys are planning on going on to D23, make sure you guys get your tickets. I know for a fact Saturday is already sold out, but I haven't heard anything about Friday or Sunday. If you already have your tickets and going to be there like all 3 days, you can come find us and hang out, take some pictures, and you can actually meet me, Shadow, and our announcer, Lauren. We'll all be there on Saturday, so come find us, and we'll probably post like a time or something. You guys can come meet up with us. And we're also going to be at a meetup that Lauren is having on Sunday over at Disneyland, the resort in the picnic area. So you guys can come and find us there. I will post more information on that if you guys are interested.
All right, so moving on from other stuff. Well, that too. Moving on to some other things that aren't going to be at D23, or maybe they will be. No, I don't know. We got a trailer. How do you have a trailer for a short? If the trailer's already like a minute something, isn't that like a third of the short already? I don't know. We got a trailer for what is going to be the short that's going to be in front of Pixar's Coco, which we'll get to in a minute. But it is going to be the second, yes, that's right, the second short to be born out of Frozen following, what was the first one called?
Olaf and Snot Balls.
Okay, yes, that was the name of it.
I don't remember, but it was cool. I liked it.
Yes. Wait, no, I take that back. This is the third one. Because you had Frozen Ever After. Oh, no, that's Tangled. Never mind. Okay, never mind. It's the second one. Just erase all of that part. So we got news that we're going to get Olaf's Frozen Adventure. Now, we like Olaf. I don't really like Olaf because I like Olaf. I like Olaf because I like Josh Gad, but I know this guy over here really likes Olaf.
Olaf is cool.
So
he likes warm hugs. He's a very lovable character.
Yes, and he was very funny in the first short.
Yeah.
With his cake.
Yeah, cake.
But I think this guy right here is probably going to enjoy this one immensely. Let's see if there's any cool one-liners here in this trailer. I haven't watched it yet, so.
Let the holidays begin!
Do we have any traditions, Elsa?
I'm sorry, Anna. It's my fault we don't have a family tradition.
We'll go and find the best tradition Anna and Elsa have ever seen! Are you with me? Ow! We're going door to door looking for family traditions.
We make candy canes together.
Sugar Rush. You cut down a tree and then you dress its corpse with candles. I love it! Breaking and entering. Okay on Christmas. Oh, look, another reindeer. Hi!
Wow, we're making really good time!
Let's go find their tradition! Nothing like taking your clothes off once in a while, you know what I mean? A fruitcake!
Whoa, gross.
That went right through me.
And when we're
Ew.
together, it's my favorite time of year.
Ew.
Cool.
Funny.
Yeah.
Christmas. I like tree carcasses.
What?
You've seen this, right?
No, I haven't seen
Oh,
it
okay.
actually. I'll watch it.
Yeah, when he takes the candy cane, when he gets the candy cane from the first family, he replaces his carrot with the candy cane, and I think he gets a bit of too much of a sugar rush. Apparently, all he has to do is stick a candy cane in his nose hole, and apparently it gets him high. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that looks pretty funny. I don't know how long this is gonna be. Yeah, how long are the shorts are usually what, like old Disney short length, like 8 minutes?
Yeah, I would say that.
Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon?
Yeah.
So, I mean, right here, that's already an eighth, a seventh of the movie right there, of the short right there. So,
What's it called?
Olaf's Frozen Adventure.
Cool.
So, like I said, that's going to be before Coco. So, speaking of Coco, we got another trailer for Coco. Now, we'd gotten a trailer for Coco a while back, and I think that we forgot to play it. I don't remember, but...
Just real quick, it says here that short is 23 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're referring to it as a featurette.
Ah, okay.
Rather than a short.
Yeah.
So does that mean it's not going to qualify for an animated short Oscar? Or does it fall under the category? I don't know what the minimum on a animated short is for the Oscars. Wow, that's interesting. I wonder if is that the way they're gonna go with the longer ones, or what they're doing. It's interesting.
It is interesting.
I did not even fathom that it would be that long. So let's check out the new trailer for Coco.
Once every year, our ancestors come back to our world
Please have a safe journey.
to see family and friends. But no living person has ever visited their world. Until now.
All right, who's in there?
I'm sorry. What's going on? Dante, wait up! You gotta stay with me, boy. We don't know where we are. I'm just dreaming. Ah!
Do you mind?
Miguel? What is going on?
Remind me how I know you?
They're your family. We have to get you back home.
Welcome. Anything to declare?
As a matter of fact, yes.
I'm really excited to see this movie. Been waiting for it since we heard about it.
There's dead people. All right, so we got another trailer that, wow, a lot of people are really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. It looks really, really cool. Black Panther.
I actually saw it.
Hey, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So we had that on, and just like with the Force Awakens trailer, it was on during sports again. You know, and I actually didn't go on and really look for people complaining about it being on sports. Maybe it's just Star Wars fans that complain about stuff being on during sports. maybe Marvel fans actually watch sports. I don't know what it is. I just didn't see as much uproar about this being on during sports as what I remember with the Force Awakens trailer. But this was on. They showed it during the NBA playoffs, but of course, you didn't have to watch the NBA playoffs because I think it was even online before it even showed on the NBA playoffs, because I remember it coming on really early, and I'm like, oh, they have this online already? That's cool. So I checked it out, and wow, this movie looks amazing.
Tell me something. What do you know about Wakanda? It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits. All front. Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado. They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time. I'm the only one who's seen it. And made it out alive.
I can see
The world is changing. Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors. Step into the spotlight. You are a good man. Step into the spotlight. With a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be a king.
That funky bass line. That looks cool. I don't know if everybody remembers that that's Ulysses Claw talking at the beginning. He was in a little scene in Ultron.
Oh, okay.
That's Andy Serkis, who's Snoke.
He's everyone.
Gollum. Yeah, it already got around, and then Escape People's noticed that the first scene has Andy Serkis and Martin Freeman, who of course acted together in The Hobbit as Bilbo and Smeagol.
Or is it Smigel?
No, it's Smeagol. Now, you know what's something that's not Black Panther?
What?
DuckTales.
No, it's not.
But we got
that's a different animal.
We got quite a bit of, yes, definitely. We got quite a bit of actual DuckTales news this week. Now, some of you may have seen, some of you may have caught your eye, because some of it was kind of like under the table. Because, in fact, on... what day was it? Whatever day Donald's birthday was, on the 9th. Friday. On Friday for Donald's birthday, the DuckTales Facebook page, I don't think the Twitter page did, but the Facebook page for DuckTales released 3 clips from DuckTales in honor of Donald's birthday that were rather hilarious. I don't know if you saw any of those.
No,
I posted
I
all 3 of them on my Facebook page, but they were really funny. There's one where apparently Scrooge has a time machine, which is in a grandfather clock.
That's cool.
But before all that, we had gotten news on Thursday, the day before, that Entertainment Weekly posted an article about it, where we got our first actual confirmation that it is coming in August.
Oh.
So we now know for sure that it is in August. We don't have a date, but we do know that it is in August. And we got some more casting. Not that there was any doubt about it, but we got the confirmation that Tony Anselmo will be Donald Duck. Not that there was going to be any doubt about that. What I'm interested in is Gladstone Gander. Now, I don't believe he was ever in the cartoon. He's straight from the comic book.
Oh.
I believe.
Interesting.
He was actually more of a foil for Donald in the comic book. He wasn't really had anything to do with Scrooge. He was more of a villain for Donald. But he's going to be voiced by Paul F. Tompkins, which I thought was interesting. And then Gyro, Gear Loose, of course. We reported on the news last week that Benton, a.k.a. Gizmo Ducka, was going to be voiced by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Now, well, his creator, Gyro Gear Loose, is going to be voiced by Jim Rash from Community.
Mm. Did you watch that show?
I've seen a couple episodes, but I never really watched it.
Oh, because Yvette Nicole Brown's on that show.
Oh, okay, interesting. We're going to be getting another character that I believe was actually in the comic and may have made one appearance in the cartoon, and that is Goldie O'Gilt, who is a fellow adventurer and longtime paramour of Scrooge, and she will be voiced by the amazing Allison Janney. You know who's going to be Mog Beagle?
Who?
Margot Martindale.
Who's that?
If you don't know, look it up.
Oh, I know who she is.
Tell us who she is.
Nah, because she was in the Orphan.
Oh.
She's also in Cars 3.
There you go.
There you go.
Disney connection.
Yes.
We're glad to hear that our favorite villain, Flintheart Glumgold, is going to be coming back. He will be voiced by Keith Ferguson, which hopefully by the name is he's going to be actually voiced by a Scotsman. So says he'll be more Scottish and even richer. Then we get another character named Mark Beeks. He's another billionaire rival of Scrooge that I believe is also from the comic. I don't recall him ever being in the show. If it was just probably a cameo or something. And he's going to be voiced by Josh Brenner, who is in Silicon Valley.
Wow.
So we got our cast all together. We got confirmation that it is going to be in August, which I definitely think that's for sure. There's going to be probably a premiere at D23 for that. So I can't wait. I am looking forward to DuckTales being here.
Can I just say real quick that Josh Brenner was also in a short, and the title of that short is Nachos, A Story of Love and Despair.
Ooh.
I'm hungry now.
You know what? I could totally see that guy being in a short like that. Now, I told you guys last week about the Ant-Man shorts. Well, we had been talking about the Ant-Man shorts for a couple weeks now, but last week I told you guys that there was 2 Ant-Man shorts that had released, and we had put them on the Twitters. Well, over the weekend, they posted 4 more Ant-Man shorts.
Wow.
I have them all on my Twitter. If you want to go back on my Twitter, which I will give it to you later as usual, if you want to go back on my Twitter and look at them, if you guys want to watch all those shorts, if anything, just go to @Marvel Entertainment's Twitter page, and you can go back and find all of those. They are really fun and cool comic book style art for those. They're really awesome. Go check them out. So in case you've been living in a cave or something.
Cave of Wonders.
Exactly. In case you've been in a cave or something, and you didn't know that E3 has been going on this week.
I am so mad I'm not there. Oh,
Well,
I think I said that last week.
Yeah, you did. This guy gives to one E3 and he thinks he should be at all of them now.
I do think I should be.
And he only won. And he won from a company that, and from a game that doesn't even do anything anymore. So
anyway,
just be happy you got the one experience that you did. It'll probably be the only time you'll ever go, unless you get some no-wins with some people. Maybe you need to get Tim some no-wins or something. I
tried, and all he can do is say, "Hey, I'm setting up the Xbox booth." Good for you.
Yeah, exactly. But got a lot of cool announcements out of E3, some cool games that I can't wait to play. Now, ones that apply to us here on the podcast specifically, even though, I was looking through I had my memories today from Facebook, and I had a memory from 1 year ago at E3, and one of them is for the South Park Fractured Butthole game.
You're a butthole.
The first trailer was announced at E3 last year, but that game has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Then now we've gotten another trailer and the final announced date for that game this year.
Like Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly. I actually completely forgot that there was also a trailer for Kingdom Hearts. I don't have it here, and I think it was probably too long to play anyways. Which brings me to my other one that was in my memories from a year ago, was the trailer for the Spider-Man game for PS4, which was the original trailer was a year ago today, which still hasn't come out because they just now released 8 minutes of footage from that they showed at E3 for that game, which apparently they've been working on forever. And I hear that it still doesn't even have a release date until 2018. So who knows? This game better be the most amazing game ever for having to wait so damn long. I already know that Fractured Butthole is going to be an amazing game.
What I don't understand is people who watch the trailers, do you think they actually get mad because they actually have to watch someone else play this game?
So yeah, this the Spider-Man game looks really, really amazing. I just I'm hoping that it's going to be worth the wait. That's all I got to say. Because you know what is going to be worth the wait, and it's all basically only a year to wait between the amazing, but it had a lot of issues, and that was Battlefront 1, which came out, which we saw the first preview for a year ago, and then came out in November, of course. Well, we got the first trailer. Of course, we announced it before that it was announced, but now we got the first gameplay trailer for Battlefront 2, because we talked about before, we had the announcement about the single player campaign and the story mode and all that cool stuff, and then the tie-in with the Inferno Squad, which we actually got the word that the Inferno Squad audiobook would be read by the actress who was playing the character. I keep not wanting to try and butcher her name, so I'm not going to. You guys know who I'm talking about. She is in the show Arrow. But yes, we got the gameplay trailer for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and there is some maps in here that take you back.
Sector is clear. Not clear. Not clear.
Assignments. They are unusual.
Grab onto something.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Cool. So what you can hear from that at the beginning, it definitely starts in the prequel eras. You get to have some battle droids. You get to be battle droids. You get to be clone troopers. It starts there on the in the trailer. It starts on Naboo in the Theed City. But it looks cool. You get 3 eras. You got prequels, original trilogy, and sequel trilogy. So you got everything that everybody was asking for. I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
I'm sure Michael the Mel guy is looking forward to it too.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
He was watching everything E3 since it started and posting E3 this. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. Yeah, that's all he's been doing all this time. So I think E3 started Sunday. Was it Sunday or Monday?
Sure.
So yeah, all I saw is these posts from Michael. waiting for this panel or whatever, this to start. And yeah.
So yeah, video games.
Buy them. Spend your money.
Exactly.
Speaking about spending money, on Friday, June 23rd, we are going to invade the Ravine. Dodgers take on Colorado Rockies on that night. And, well, I'm sure you guys know by now, we're doing an invasion. And as of today, Tuesday, June 13th, we have 4 tickets left. That's it, 4. So, no promises that they're going to be available by the time you guys listen. But hey, if you guys are interested in going and you will just want to know if there's any tickets left, well, you probably know on Facebook and all that. But hey, you can also go ahead and email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
And we'll let you know if there's any tickets left. So in case there are tickets left, hey, join us. It's going to be pretty cool. All of us are going to be there. And also Michael the Mail Guy will be there. Dan the Man will be there. Fernando Xavier Hubbard's going to be there. And Mr. Knight will be there also. So, hey, it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. We can't wait. And I think Anthony was buying Dodger Dogs for everybody. Did you say that?
What? No.
Yeah, so anyway, come on down to the Ravine.
Here's $3.
$3. MousePIRE invades the Ravine June 23rd. Dodger games, pretty cool. The game starts at 7:10, so you want to be there early. But one more time, make sure to get your tickets now. If we still have some available, just check on the pages or email us, and we'll let you guys know. And if you guys go ahead and if there are tickets available, all you have to do is we'll just get into contact with us. We'll tell you how to pay, and you will be sent your ticket through email. So, yeah, you'll get your ticket right then and there. All right? So, join us for MousePIRE Invades the Ravine. And don't forget, we are planning, this is what we're calling the Summer of MousePIRE. MousePIRE Invades the Ravine is the first. Second will be MousePIRE Invades Castle Park. So, the details on that is coming up soon as we figure it out. But we're going to think sometime at the end of July. So look forward to that. Don't forget to help support the podcast. Visit patreon.com/mousepire. Give $5, $10, $15 a month, whatever you can give. And don't forget, if you guys do give some money and you want to see that video of me dancing to Shake Your Booty, all you have to do is go there, donate some money, and send a message saying, hey, this is so I can see that video.
Minimum of $5.
Yes. And I will shake my booty. All right.
Or if you buy everybody a Dodger Dog.
Ooh, if you guys go to the Ravine and invade with us and give me a Dodger Dog, I'll shake my booty. All right, so don't forget to go over to YouTube. Check out the MousePIRE Podcast YouTube channel. There you will see videos of the newly opened Big Thunder Trail. Also, our food review of the Multiverse Parfait. Those are up on the channel. Also, you'll have the new scenery from Utopia if you haven't seen that yet. And the Marvel Training Initiative, the full show is there. So, hey, go check out the MousePIRE YouTube channel. Search MousePIRE Podcast or just go to our Facebook page and hit the links there. Appreciate it if you guys go over there and subscribe now.
Hey, you know what you don't need to subscribe to?
What?
Mail.
No, you don't need to subscribe, but you do need to send.
That's right.
All right, so our first email comes from Nancy. Where you been, Nancy?
Catching up on episodes.
Her subject line is really 91? Well, no, it's 92 now. So, yeah, Nancy is trying to catch up. And she says, I'm going to catch up before you get to podcast 100. But I just saw you posted 90 and now 91. I would not bet in my favor, so I better hurry because by the time I send this email, you'll already be there. Exactly. All right, so Nancy is catching up on all of our episodes, and she's been writing notes, taking notes on the episodes so she can ask her questions and stuff like that. So the first one is about episode 74, Off Means Off. And she says to me, yes, you do remember the Welch's Grape stand. I was feeling like I was the only one. So yeah, we were talking about the Welch's Grape stand in Fantasyland. And we said that that's the first thing we went to when we got to the park, was straight to the Welch's Grape. Yeah, little did we know we could go to the market and get grape juice.
Yeah, that was one of our first things. The grape juice and then go up Sleeping Beauty's castle.
She says, you mentioned the old McDonald's stand. Is there any outside fast food place they should consider letting in? I think I'm a purist and they shouldn't let any other outside food in. I like to keep the Disney magic even in my food.
I don't want no Disney magic in my food.
I agree with you. I wouldn't want any other Disney or non-Disney thing in the park as food wise. I don't want to see anything, any other food in there. I didn't like the idea of McDonald's being in there when they opened up the McDonald's restaurant or whatever thing over there in California Adventure where the Garden Grill is now. I did not like that idea. I thought the hamburger thing looked cool, but I didn't like the idea of McDonald's being in the park. But yeah, I agree with you on that.
So when is Starbucks leaving?
Exactly. When is Starbucks leaving?
I agree. I don't think that, everything should be pretty much, because what's the point of bringing it in? Because you're just going to jack up the prices anyways.
Yeah.
Because it's like Knott's has
Panda.
Johnny Rockets,
Yeah.
Panda, and stuff like that, but it's not Johnny Rockets Panda prices. You're getting jacked up. I remember back in the day, going to Magic Mountain. They had a McDonald's there in the back and the stuff like that. It's just like, well, what's the point of even doing that? You might as well just have your regular themed restaurants or food places instead of, having a name brand in there.
Yeah, instead of dollar fries, it's like $3.
I mean, at least that was the thing with the McDonald's, is that it was just a cart, at least. At least it wasn't, the DCA, that was way too much.
Yeah.
The cart, it was okay. The cart was just there. It didn't take up much room. It smelled like fries, McDonald's fries over there, which I didn't mind. But I could tell you, if you guys want, I could tell you some stories about that cart, though. You wouldn't have wanted to eat in there after if you heard some of the stuff that I would have had to say about it. It was nasty.
But if you want to hear it, subscribe and donate money to our podcast.
Exactly.
That would be our second story.
You think I had problems with the Plaza? Plaza was like clean floor compared to the fry cart.
All right, so next one is episode 75, Royal Brady Bunch. AP Days. Do they always give out recipe cards? It seems like that's a common giveaway. Yes. Now, yes. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much. Ever since the first AP Days.
All right, Disney Junior. Did you see Disney Junior before it went away? The whole show was corny, but the one thing I liked when Mickey appeared, the kids all gasped, including mine at the time, and it was adorable. No, we didn't see it.
No, that's one thing we never did.
I was like, whatever. I don't know. I kind of want to go see the new show because I saw the new lighting and stuff they put in there. I kind of want to go see it, but I don't want to sit on the floor. She says, Disney pricing. My niece, who used to be a cast member, once posted, yes, Disneyland and DCA are lovely places and make you feel like a kid, but they are a company. At the end of the day, they are trying to make a profit. So that falls in line with Diggs' comment, which I agree with. Yes, it's expensive, but you will still find a way to go if you love it. Is it time to create a petition? So you know what? We actually posted a saving plan for people to save money. If you guys want to go do like trips or anything, it's not just for Disney, but we posted a while back about, you can save this, and by the end of the savings, you have this much money. I forgot what it was, but yeah. I mean, if you really want to do it, you can save and go.
If you want a good steak, you save up. And if you just want a plain old hamburger, well, stay where you're at.
Ooh, I'm hungry.
Me too.
Nachos. All right, episode 76, City of Disneyland. Now, this is one of our, I would say, episodes that had a lot of traffic to it. A lot of people listened to this episode. So this is probably one of our popular episodes. Bookmarks. So the Disney World, they have a Beauty and the Beast interactive ride. It's part of the play. It's cool and weird. Anyways, for those who participate, they get a hug from Belle and a bookmark. So I'm thinking they are giving us their leftovers this time. Yeah, so we went to the sneak peek of Beauty and the Beast over at DCA, and we got a bookmark, and we were like, "What's this?" So yeah, that was what she was talking about there. All right, she says Disney cruise. If you can get on a Disney cruise, do it. It was very, very cool. We went to Alaska, and one of the things I enjoyed was every night you ate in a different restaurant. Ooh. But you still had the same wait staff at each place. Hashtag fat time. Of course, the shows were wonderful. There were times where the kids and I just wandered the boat to look at everything. I can say we were never bored. That's pretty cool. I would love to go on a Disney cruise, and hopefully we'll get there someday. She says, question, of all the Disney vacations you could take, which one of each would you take? Walt Disney World, cruise, what location, Hawaii, or stay at the Grand Californian?
What were the choices?
Walt Disney World.
Okay.
Cruise, what location, Hawaii, or stay at the Grand Californian?
What's Disney in Hawaii?
Alani.
That's where Alani is. Well, I think I'm just going to go with the cruise. And I've given the answer before. I want to do the European cruise. As much as I do want to do the one that has the Star Wars Day at Sea, I don't really care about the locations, the destinations of that one. Though I would want to do the European. So that's probably my answer, because, I mean, Hawaii is nice, but I just don't know how much Disney programming is there in Alani compared to, like, the cruises.
Yeah.
Or the parks. I mean, I have never really known anybody who went there. I mean, do we know anybody who's went to Alani?
We might.
I'd like to get a report on Alani. Yeah. I'd like to know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll work on that. That's a good question.
But, I mean, I've been to Florida. I mean, I only didn't really get to do that much. I only got to do one park, but, I mean, I've been there. So I'd rather do the thing I haven't done. As far as Grand Californian, yeah, I'd love to stay in the Grand Californian, but I don't need to. I don't need to stay in the Grand Californian to enjoy Disneyland or DCA.
True.
As much as I would like to, be able to get that Debbie Wilson view.
Right.
But they do have that concierge level, which is...
I know, that's what I mean. I want the Debbie Wilson treatment over at the Grand Californian.
Walt Disney World. Because I can wait for Alani. I love to go. I know another person, too. That makes two people then. But I haven't really talked to them about it. So I want to conquer Florida right now, and seems like that'll be fun. But of course, like Anthony said, a Disney cruise would be fine too, and I would love to do it. But right now, I just want to conquer Florida. So for me, right now, it's Florida.
Mine is Florida too, because I want to go there. I haven't been there, and then I would say my next would be a cruise, and then Hawaii.
Yeah, your guys' I just kept thinking to myself, well, your guys' answers need to be Florida. Because you guys have never been there.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really get to do that much, but at least I've been there. So I'd rather do something that I've done none of than do something I've done part of. So that's why the cruise is the most obvious choice for me. But yeah, I definitely agree that your guys' priority should be definitely, you guys got to get to Florida at some point. The one that wasn't included on there that would definitely be a close second for me would be Shanghai, actually.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Or one of the Japanese parks.
I think Shanghai for me would be after a cruise. So
I mean, close second right there, yeah.
Well, I mean, Walt Disney World, cruise, Shanghai, then Hawaii.
Right.
All right, well, thank you for your email, Nancy. It's nice to hear from you again, and hopefully you are catching up before we get to 100. All right, next email is from Dan the Man, and his subject line is Circle D. Hi, guys. Okay, so no essay this week. So, hi, bye. All right, so he says, visited the Circle D Ranch this last weekend, which is now in Norco, Horsetown, USA. Facility is really nice and should be great for Main Street horses. It is unfortunately not open to the public. I got to see it on an open house day. There are pics on my Facebook page if anyone is interested. Also pics there of Cars Road to Race Tour. So yeah, we talked, like I said, we saw Dan yesterday. We were talking about the Circle D thing, and he did take a lot of pictures. He was saying that he's not into the horse. He's not a horse person, not into horses. horses don't, woo him or anything.
He's not a horseologist?
No. Maybe a horologist, but I don't know. But yeah, he said it was pretty cool though. He said he really liked going there and seeing, the stables and all that. And then, like I said, we were talking, or when we saw him yesterday, we were talking about the Road to the Races tour, and he basically agreed with us, saying it's, more for the kids. The kids will love it more than the adults. But yeah, that's pretty cool. He says, got to experience Guardian of the Galaxy again on Monday, and got Born to Be Wild this time, and Hit Me With Your Best Shot the last time as a song. How many times have you written, and what song did you get? Well, right now, we've only written twice. Me and Shadow and I have written twice, and we got, We Want the Funk. Yeah. And then we got, what was the last one? It was,
Slow Ride.
We got, what?
Slow Ride.
Free Ride.
Free Ride.
Free Ride, yeah. So that's only two we got so far. We haven't got anything else than that.
Yeah, as I said last week, of course, I got the same two that these guys did on Saturday, and then when we had went on last Tuesday, I got I Want You Back by the Jackson 5, which so far I believe is the most mellowest, although I've heard that kind of Burning Love is right there from Michael the Mail Guy. Yeah, so the other one then I got was Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf.
Is that by the Stones?
I think it's not by the Stones.
Oh,
That's
okay.
by Steppenwolf.
Okay.
Yeah, it's by one of them bands that sound with a S. So yeah, that one was pretty cool. That one was just about a step down from Free Ride. Free Ride is definitely still the craziest.
Yes, it is.
One
Very
so far.
crazy.
So I've hit 4 out of the 6. I think I've done pretty good. Been on 4 times and had 4 different songs.
You haven't been on that 50 times yet?
No. No.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Because when you go 50 times, it's the bonus track.
Oh, okay. They play Kiss.
I wish. All right, so he says, any speculation on why that window was like that on Buena Vista Street that I showed you on Monday? Until either this weekend at TLT or next weekend at the Ravine, Dan out. All right, so over there at Buena Vista Street, above, I think, Cats, there's, a window. I believe there's 5 windows across, but the 2 windows on the side are fake, like fake curtains and things like that.
Okay.
So it kind of doesn't make sense why they're like that. You have 3 windows that are real, and then you have 2 that are fake. They have fake curtains drawn. That's what he's talking about. I don't know why it's like that. I've never noticed that until he showed it to me, and I don't know. I guess it's something we have to research. I don't know. I should have took a picture.
Right on.
All right. Well, thank you for your email, Dan, the man. We'll see you at the Dodger game.
Yeah, and I just want to make a few comments about the opening of the new Circle D Ranch in Norco, because I actually had an article from the OC Register about it, that it was interesting that he included that, because I didn't even know about that he was going to include that, but I had this article ready. What day was it he was there?
Sunday.
Okay. They had the official ribbon cutting ceremony on Saturday for the ranch. Disneyland ambassador was there to speak, Mickey Trujillo. And then besides the ceremony, Mickey Mouse helped cut the ribbon. It does mention that they had the open house, which I believe they probably had the open house on Saturday and Sunday, I'm guessing then. Just a few notes, the new Circle D is twice the size of the previous Backstage Ranch. It is a 5.25 acre property. It was previously owned by a family that had the property since the 1950s. It was one time a chicken egg ranch and a Christmas tree farm.
All right. Hey, real quick, he was there on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. It was Saturday.
Okay, so that was the day of the opening ceremony and the open house were both on Saturday then. One of the family's trustees says that they were approached by a real estate agent interested in purchasing the property. He says for the longest time they didn't even know it was Disneyland that was trying to buy the property.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says eventually they found out and that they were very happy about it. Disney kept the original house that was there and turned it into offices and a break area for 50. They have 60 staff members who work at the ranch. They built a new state-of-the-art stable, separate rooms for tack and harnesses, and an outdoor station to bathe the 18 horses that are staying at the ranch. They also built, besides the separate indoor-outdoor stalls in the large barn for each horse, there are 2 large turnout areas where the horses can spend time playing or wandering around. They have 2 circular exercise pens and a large 5-horse exercise circle.
Did they say how many horses they actually have there?
You said 18, right?
I said 18, yeah,
okay.
18 horses.
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Dan's pictures.
Okay, yeah. It says
there's 18 horses in the pictures. That's what I was wondering.
Oh, okay, yes. They have 18 horses.
Horses?
Horses. It says here that they also store various specialty coaches at the facility, including that now restored stagecoach that was one of the first rides at Disneyland. The one that was, oh, there it is. Dan took a picture of it. He is now showing me the picture. That is the stagecoach that was over there on the trail during the 60th that was there for photographs is now at the ranch, the new Circle D ranch. Unfortunately, as Dan said, it even has the sign that was on it, also calling it the Mud Wagon. Oh, that's the replica.
Yeah, that's
the one we saw.
Yeah, that's a replica.
So the other one's an actual one.
This is the actual one from 1955.
So the one we saw wasn't real.
Right.
Oh, I thought the one we saw was
I thought so too until I saw this picture.
Okay, so they have a real one and they have the one we saw at the park during the 60th. Now, just in case anybody was ever wondering about how this was going to work with the horses, we actually got some detail here. When called for, the horses are taken via special trailers to the park, where they will spend 3 or 4 days working. When not on stage, the horses will stay in a barn that is behind the scenes. Usually only 4 horses at a time are in the theme park, and then when the horses are done, they are returned to the ranch. Yee-haw! So in other words, they will, once the horses have spent their 3 or 4 days, the 4 horses have spent their 3 or 4 days at the park, then they will come back and be replaced by another 3 or 4 horses. So when you do the math, they have 18 horses, so they have enough horses for basically 4 days. Or no, not 4 days, for 4 cycles before the original horses are probably sent back to the park. The mayor of Norco says the city looked forward to the economic benefits of having the ranch in the city. His quote is, "We hope to keep them supplied with all their horse-related needs."
Cool.
Because, if anybody knows about horses and crap, it's the city of Norco.
Yes, they do.
If you've ever driven through there, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you guys ever start a business there, you have to have a Western horse themed as a facade.
Do you really?
Yes, you do.
I did not know that.
Go check out Wienerschnitzel.
Exactly.
Why are you going to Wienerschnitzel in Norco?
I went there a couple of times. I didn't leave my house just to go there, but passing through, I'm hungry. Wienerschnitzel's right there.
McDonald's too.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so we got to move on because we are right out of time.
Yes, we are.
Next email is from Michael the Band Mail Guy. He's banned.
Uh-oh.
Michael the Band Mail Guy
what
here.
What else is new?
Happy birthday to Jose. Showing love to a good guy and a good friend. Hope you had a good one. Today is Jose's birthday. All right, last day of the parks for me, as I will be blocked after June. And when you hear this podcast, I was just at the parks with my wifey. It might be the last time I am able to head to the parks unless Diggs will take me before I am blocked, but must ride some rides. So basically, if I take him, we have to go on rides. You know what,
Bye.
Michael? You can go to YouTube for that. All right. He says, if not, I will be back in mid-August. Nerdy for Disneyland returns August 27th. All right, the Dirty Award goes to the drama on social medias about the Maui guy. Enough said. So that's what I was talking about, the 50 times on Guardians. Yeah, I don't want to get into that. All right, so questions. What is your predictions for this year's Halloween? And do we know if it's going to DCA 100%? My wifey wants to go, but not happy if it's in DCA. What do you think they will do to attract people to DCA? Well, you know what? I don't know. There's rumors going around that it's going to go over there. I haven't got any concrete word yet that it's going over there. I know that if it does go over there, I'm not interested unless we have some good entertainment that's going to make me go, ooh, I want to go. So I don't know what they're going to do, but the only way to attract people to go to DCA is for me, it's going to be entertainment. Because if there's no Halloween party at Disneyland, then there's no fireworks show, and that's the main draw there is that fireworks show, which is really cool. But I don't know. What is the worst area to be at in each park? A area you stay away from for any reason. Main Street.
Right.
That's why we go to the west side. Yeah, when you have the parade and all that stuff, I would say Main Street during the parade time. Make sure if you guys are in DCA, you want to go over to Disneyland, go over there before the first parade starts, before the electrical parade starts. And of course, before the parade, before the fireworks. That's what I try to do when I'm in DCA and I head over there. Make sure to get over there before all that. But yeah, I could just say it's Main Street, the hub during the parade, when the parade's going to start, and of course, Adventureland. All right, he wants to know where everyone homework assignment is dirty. You guys, Michael set up a homework assignment for everybody. I'm going to have to go back and copy those questions and post them up so you guys can answer them and send an email in. All right, random question. How many different sponsorships are in the parks? Can you name them? No, I can't. I can name some. I can name Nikon.
I could tell you that I'm impressed because Michael had actually intended to have this question in last week's show because he told me before you guys even showed up that he was going to do this question. And then I don't know if he forgot or if he realized he had too much stuff to already ask. So
yeah.
Because him and I were talking about it, and one of the main things is because he was asking whether the fact that they have Coke in the park, what is that considered? Is that considered a sponsorship or is that considered a partnership? And I told him I'm pretty sure that's considered a partnership.
That's a good question.
Just them having the fact that Coke is in the parks. I don't know if that's considered a sponsorship like you would on a ride or more so a partnership.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Whereas, like, you have, like,
well, let me go to my experience that I know.
Right.
I worked in pizza. We were over at the San Bernardino Stadium. We had a pizza place in there. We sponsored. We gave money to, be there. We gave money to have our advertisement on their tri-screen that they have that rotated during the games. So that was a sponsorship. It's the same thing with Budweiser being in the stadium there in San Bernardino or any other car dealership, putting their banners up there. They paid to put them there. So that was sponsorship. With Coke, you have Coke everywhere, not just, them serving the drinks, but you have the Coke logo all over the place. So I don't know. I don't know the difference. I understand you've seen on TV, in partnership with blah, 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 blah. So Coke being a big company, it could be.
Or you got like the generic sponsors that you like. You got Autopia with Mobile or now Toyota.
Honda.
With Honda and now, or with Mobile and then now Honda. Or you had like the infamous, we've talked about the FedEx with Space Mountain.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Space Mountain has had other sponsors before that, and I don't know if they've had any sponsors since then.
I don't think so.
And then, of course, you had M&M's,
Star Tours,
with Star Tours, and then I think Energizer,
yes,
or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it was Energizer.
So I mean, you've had different sponsorships. Of course, Dole with the Tiki Room. I was going to say Enchanted. Yeah, with the Tiki Room,
Enchanted Forest.
Yes, Enchanted Forest in the Tiki Room. So you've had those different sponsors of the rides. But I don't know if the Coke thing is really probably a separate thing.
Yeah.
With it being in the park. Because I told him an example that when I first started working at Universal, Universal was all Pepsi when I first started working there. But then to the delight of many people I know, they switched to Coke while I was working there. And it was the whole park, everything, backstage, on stage, everywhere. It was almost an overnight switch from Pepsi to Coke.
So do we have an answer to this question?
Not really.
Okay. I thought he knew the answer.
I think I remember some sponsors. Goodyear? They're still there? Bell? Wonder Bread? Doritos?
Ooh.
They're all different ones that have been in there.
It wasn't Mobile. It was Chevron.
Oh, Chevron.
With Techron.
Who was just real quick, I remember the Circle Vision. Who was the United, or it was an airline. It was an airline.
Yeah, it was TWA.
I don't think it was always TWA though. When it
was TWA, and then it went to something else.
When towards the end, before it closed, it was like United or American or something like that.
But I want to say, because I want to say it twice. Because I could have sworn for a second it was Kodak until Captain EO came, and then it was Kodak with Captain EO.
Well, the Magic Eye Theater,
yeah. Kodak.
I'm talking about Circle Vision.
No, but I could have sworn that for a second the Circle Vision had Kodak for a second.
Oh, okay, maybe, and then they switched over to the Kodak Magic Eye Theater.
Yeah, because I remember the big symbol TWA for Mission for Mars.
Oh, right, yeah, of course, because that was on the rocket.
Yeah.
So.
And I said Wonder Bread because I thought for a second I was thinking maybe I could have sworn seeing the symbol on American Sings Wonder Bread in the 80s.
I don't know.
I remember Wonder Bread being a sponsor somewhere in there. I just don't remember exactly where. So, I mean, they've had definitely lots of sponsors. Even Coke, obviously. They got the Coke food truck over there at DCA.
Yeah.
At one time, you have Coke all over Refreshment Corner, which I don't know if it ever actually called Coke Corner, or is that just something we've always called it?
I don't know. I always call it that. But real quick on that Coca-Cola truck, I think I mentioned this before. Coca-Cola demands, well, I shouldn't say demands, but they requested that truck be open at least 4 hours every day. So that was kind of interesting when we found that out. But when there's all this Summer of Heroes is going on, that truck's open all the time now. So if you guys want to go over there, it's always open. Nothing to worry about what time they close.
Now, Michael the Mail Guy's Tip of the Week.
All right, here's Michael's Tip of the Week. Michael the Mail Guy's Summer Top 5s for the summertime. We start with my top 5 best places to eat at Disneyland. Carnation Cafe, Plaza Inn, Rancho del Zocalo, Troubadour Tavern, Bengal Barbecue. That's his top 5 choices to eat at the park. I am really disappointed because there's no corn dogs anywhere in there.
Outrageous.
Exactly. All right, he says check Yelp or on YouTube to see how good the food is. Till then, this is Michael the Mail Guy saying bye.
Bye.
All right, well, thank you for your email, Michael. Thank you, Dan the Man and Nancy. We really appreciate. Nice hearing from you again, Nancy. Hope you catch up before we hit a 100. And everybody else, like I said, I will be trying to remember to post the questions that Michael has for your homework. And you guys can answer those questions in an email and send it to
mousepire@gmail.com.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs. Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Told you we had a lot of stuff to talk about today. And remember, if you are planning to go to D23 and you haven't got your tickets, make sure you go to D23.com and get your tickets there. Like I said, Saturday is sold out. Haven't heard anything about the other days, so just go over there, check, and see what's available. I was trying to actually check today to see what was available, but in order for me to do that, I would have to have signed in and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, I don't have time to be signing in. So go over there, check if they have tickets, and come and join us. Like I said, Saturday's sold out, but you can come find us on Friday and Sunday. I don't think Sunday's going to sell out as quickly as maybe Friday, but yeah, head over to D23.com and look for some tickets. We told you what is going to be going on over there. So some of that stuff to me sounds really, really fun, and I can't wait to go. Next week, we'll be talking more D23. We'll let you know other stuff that's going on because there's just so much going on. So there you go. Next week, tune in for that. All the information on more panels and more entertainment things going on for D23. D23 is the biggest Disney fan expo there is, and you just got to go check it out because there's so much stuff to do and so much things to see. Even if you don't go into a panel or wait in line for all that kind of stuff, just to be on the show floor is cool. A lot of Disney history and a lot of different vendors there selling stuff. So That's going to be pretty cool to go check out. So we definitely suggest you check it out if you can. All right, so don't forget, we will be in the parks either on Friday or Saturday checking out these bands. When I decide which band I'm going to go check out, I will post that and let everyone know what day where we are going to be in the parks. Find us. We'll be at TOT starting at 7 o'clock. So, yeah, come find us.
Indeed.
Don't forget, if you guys are interested in invading the ravine with us at the Dodger game, go to our Facebook page and say, hey, I want to go. Email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
And we'll let you know how to pay for the tickets. Tickets are only $25. They are up in the reserved level, section 31, I believe. And we got some, I think the seats look pretty cool. So go over there or email us. Let us know you want to go. And as soon as you pay for the tickets, we will send you your tickets through email. Simple as that. I got my tickets today. And everybody who has paid, they actually received their tickets today too. So you guys want to make sure you do that. It's going to be fun. Like I said, as of today, Tuesday, there's only 4 tickets left. So hopefully by the time you hear this, they'll still be available if you guys are interested in going. If you are interested and we don't have tickets left, we might be able to get some more. So just cross your fingers and join us as MousePIRE invades the ravine.
Yes, we want to see you at the game as we collapse the ravine. As we invade the ravine. As usual, if you guys are unsure about what we're doing or how to get a hold of us, here are the social medias. We are MousePIRE on Facebook. We're at MousePIRE on Twitter and Instagram. I am at Empire for Life, Empire_for_life on Twitter. Don't forget, if you got to see any videos, all the Ant-Man shorts, or anything else you guys want to see, go check out my Twitter.
And of course, I am on Instagram, Shadow_Vamp, and I take lots of pictures. So go look at them and like them.
And you can follow me on Instagram, Baloo1313. And don't forget to follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram there. You will see when your button order is going out. Don't forget to help support the podcast. Visit patreon.com/MousePIRE. And go over to YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. All you have to do is search MousePIRE Podcast or head over to Facebook and click one of the links there from one of our videos. And then you can subscribe that way. We would really appreciate it if you do subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hey, those are buttons, not pins. Unless it's a button pin. Or just pins. I don't know. Okay, until next time, remember, Shrunken Ned may be gone, but he's not forgotten. Plus, he's right behind you. Ah! So for Lookwell, Mayor West, and of course, Batman, I'm Anthony.
I'm Shadow.
I'm Diggs.
Bye.
This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
Hey, you know. What?
Are you getting something in my ears? Oh wait, that's just my voices. Never mind.
That's just your wax.
The hell's his name? Blah. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Dwarfs. Oh, that one's loud. I love the rain.